George, how you doing?
Bien, ¿y vos? Bueno, quisiera estar muerto, pero aparte de eso estoy excelente.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. How's the weather in Edmonton? Still snowing?
No, así se estuvo, así la gente ya puede hacer sus carreras en las zonas de construcción, es muy competitivo, la gente viene muy acá.
How does that fare with your tendency to drive like my grandmother?
Hey, ella solamente maneja más rápido que yo porque yo siempre estoy quitando los frenos.
Hey, she's dead, man.
Vos sabés que son haciendo chistes y vos te decís que no era bien oscuro, ¿verdad?
I always do. Anyway, we're sitting here with a mutual friend of ours and actually a neighbor of yours, Red. Did you want to say anything to him?
Red, yo envisioné tu muerte.
Stop saying that.
Cale, mi abogado dijo de que tenemos que tener de responder tantas preguntas.
Have you had the time to listen with all the murder attempts?
Un poco. La verdad es que sí, más. Pero yo cuando oigo el podcast es cuando estoy cortando los frenos. Bueno, no había dicho eso, ¿verdad? Bueno, quita la parte donde claramente culpable es de asesinato, ¿verdad? El abogado dice que si otra vez empieza a decir eso, él va a cortar mis frenos otra vez. Mejor no había dicho eso, ¿verdad? Bueno, de todos modos, me duermo detrás del carro. Soy muy motivado. Cale, ¿te gusta el gorro?
No, I don't believe in global warming. It's all made up to sell more Big Macs.
Guys, we're getting a little off topic, all right? George, what do you think of our show? Like, have you heard the podcast at all?
Sí, me gusta bastante el podcast. Yo pienso que todos los podcasts lo he oído hasta este momento.
Any critiques?
Para decirte la verdad, cuando tuviste a William y Eric, realmente me sintió como que estaba en el súper de ustedes.
Oh, that's good to hear. You think you're gonna make an appearance anytime soon?
Otras críticas, ¿verdad? Bueno, dejar de interrumpir a gente y quiero empezar a interrumpir gente. No, yo no planeo llegar a Wilson este año.
That's a shame. So, is this the only way we're gonna communicate by phone for the time being?
Sí, señor. Vení a visitar. Aquí hay muchos murciélagos.
Bats? This is how you're trying to suck us in?
¿Qué pasa que dijera que iba a encontrar a Billy Bats? ¿Te acuerdas de ese baboso tarado de Chris Evans que les pide a calentar el carro de las pelucas que acaban de matar? ¿Te acuerdas de eso?
No.
¿O como el día que John Page está serio acerca de llevar el café después que mató a Samuel Jackson?
I really don't remember much about Goodfellas.
Realmente lo voy a ver otra vez. Me gusta como Joe Pesci le hizo el otro un this motherfucker. Joe Pesci antes era novio con Angie Everhart, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Qué bueno para ella.
You guys want to forget about this show and just go watch Goodfellas?
Sí.
Yeah, might as well.
Sí. Por la última conversación. Vamos a hacer este show acerca de Goodfellas.
Okay.
Red puede regresar un tiempo.
That sounds about right. George, can you comment on the current state of the world? It's always been interesting picking your brain.
Yeah, whenever I see things in the news, I'm always interested what George would think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Bueno, pues la verdad es una pregunta un poco vaga, pero lo que me parece una locura como tengo a Trump como presidente, con el mundo piensa que alguien ha preguntado por qué. Rusia se ha puesto demasiado confidente en los últimos años. En el análisis final, en mi opinión, los Estados Unidos han sido la vanguardia contra la pelea por la dignidad humana y la prosperidad. Ellos en la Segunda Guerra Mundial ayudaron al Reino Unido cuando toda Europa había sido derrotado, estaba coronado como fascistas. Después que ellos, yo me recuerdo, habían dicho que tenían solamente 6 meses de piso después que empezó la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Y que habían hecho en Estados Unidos con toda esa ayuda. Después que ganaron contra los fascistas, ¿verdad? Entonces, ¿qué pasó? Vinieron todos los aliados y todos se pusieron juntos para ayudar a reconstruir a Alemania y a Japón y hacia unas potencias económicas. Y que hizo más bien Rusia, solamente subió a toda la gente, no a todos los polacos, a los de Ucrania. Bueno.
You know, I admire that. That was a perfect answer. I couldn't have said it better myself.
For sure.
Solamente hace pocos días, Merkel dijo de que Europa estaba sola. A mí suena como que si hay una división entre Europa y los Estados Unidos. Rusia intentó por mucho tiempo durante la Guerra Fría para dividir Estados Unidos y Alemania. Durante la Guerra Fría, pero no pudo, pero ahora sí.
Oh, definitely. I think you'd be hard pressed to find anyone who would disagree with that.
Viste cuando Trump fue dando lectura a los europeos, y también viste cuando ellos cómo se comporta en público, cómo se comporta en privado.
Yeah, I did see that. What a child! Everyone is laughing behind his back, and I can take some solace in that.
Sí, mirarlo, el lenguaje del cuerpo y cómo le dice a los miembros de la OTAN que paguen más, bien incomportable. No se recuerda que otros miembros de la OTAN, como Canadá, pelearon a leer a los americanos después del 9/11, no encuentra eso algo para él. Y obviamente, a veces le pongo en la cabeza, ¿qué pensará él cuando se siente él inseguro?
Not a whole lot. Mostly a game of mental whack-a-mole.
Kind of makes you miss W, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Sí, miramos a decirle, están bombardeando hospitales y indiscriminadamente masacraron mucha gente, quedaron muchos refugiados. Y ahora, ¿qué va a hacer? Son muchísima presión a los europeos.
He knows. I think he's the smartest man in the world, and that is scary to me all day.
Yo pienso que estamos de que Lomas ya está invadiendo a Ucrania, están invadiendo a los hijos. Y Trump nunca se atreve a decir nada malo acerca de él. Trump le va a decir todo el mundo que sea al infierno, excepto porque es Trump.
Because they've got too much dirt on him.
Me dejó ahí en su trabajo, tenía escrito una cosa. Dijo que el problema con el mundo es que la gente inteligente está llena de preguntas pero mismo de dudas. Pero la gente es tonta, tiene que estar lleno de confidencia. Algo así, no me acuerdo exactamente.
I can see that. Yeah.
I've heard that one.
I wish I was dumb.
Y supuestamente ahora los aliados americanos no quieren compartir información con ellos porque tienen miedo que esta información se va a pasar a Irán o a Rusia. Yo también me encantaría tener otro George Bush.
Well, no shit. Trump is just handing out this sensitive information he already has, like Dixie cups of water at a marathon checkpoint.
Yo, no puede dejar tus números. ¿Qué le pasa?
Imagine how many things his own people don't tell him. Like, if there are aliens and you knew, would you tell Trump as the president?
He called the people responsible for bombing the Ariana Grande concert evil losers. So poetic.
Sí, la manera que él habla es como piensa. Él no puede pensar claramente.
You can tell when he's reading from speeches written for him and when he's freestyling.
Sí, por supuesto, como él está improvisando, él no dice nada, siempre habla y nunca dice absolutamente nada. Yo tampoco le dije acerca de los extraterrestres. ¿Para qué? Yo supe que Betty White otra vez estaba acerca de él. Eso lo tuve ocupado por un buen tiempo.
You can make one of his speeches just by using like those manatees from the South Park, where they were making the Family Guy episodes, and they just have balls with phrases on them, like doing a great job, and a lot of people are saying.
George, is there anything you can say about Deftones Gore that might make Cale really get into it?
Cale está más o menos bien.
Are you convinced now, Cale?
Sure.
Bueno, si Gore fue una mujer, tampoco le escribía cartas de amor, o tampoco le hicieron una estatua para hacer inmortal su belleza.
Oh, come on, you don't mean that.
Tal vez le preguntaría si mi ropa está bien.
I wouldn't even like her photos on Instagram.
Cale, she's worthy of going 46 weeks deep just to like one picture.
If Gore were an Instagram account, it'd be one of those porn girls with a broken English profile that I report to Instagram for just being annoying.
Oh, surely you jest.
No, por supuesto que no. Si Gore fue una mujer, yo le dijera que suaves y tan bonitos y grandes son sus labios, que también les mira cuando ella intenta de esconder sus imperfecciones que ella piensa, porque yo pienso que no. Yo le dijera a ella de que ella nunca mira la belleza que yo miro, porque no he visto ninguna foto capturada en el momento exacto con una serie. Y a nosotros un poquito a cómo la quiero besar. Espera un segundo.
That was beautiful.
No digas a los datos, ya me dijeron que no puedo ir a la casa de Chef de ti.
You want to get dinner sometime or something?
Bueno, podemos dar la última canción un chance. Anoche fue los días de los Chili Peppers.
Tell us about that.
Jay Carnes fue el primero que tocó.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. One man band, right?
Según el grupo fue el hijo de Jack Iron y muy buen guitarrista, muy buen grupo. Pero a mi vergüenza, no había Jack Iron, y muy tarde.
Oh, that's too bad. It's incredible. He left Pearl Jam years ago because he had because had become a dad. Eddie even wrote that song from No Code, Around the Bend, as a lullaby for him. And now look at him. He's touring with Dad.
Una cosa más interesante para decir, pero Peter tenía esos grandes pantalones que no viste con 20 años.
Parachute pants?
Bueno, recuerda que uno de tus compañeros, pero un keyboard se metió en el pantalón.
All right, I got you.
Él puede mirar bien chistoso saliendo del cuarto de música.
He looked funny at all times.
Sí. Bueno, de todos modos, los Chili Peppers más que todo tocaban solamente sus canciones famosas, ¿verdad? La gente estuvo muy feliz, pero realmente si te gustan demasiado, que son canciones raras, ¿verdad? Hey, ¿qué le pasó a Isley?
Of course. I see each set list. Have you ever seen Anthony Kiedis' handwriting? That man is an alien.
No me recuerdo cómo se escribe.
Isley's still going. The new album is good. The one before it wasn't much. Not so much. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of boring. They all got like 3 kids each now.
So George, what does Edmonton have for music stores now that HMV is closed? I mean, I heard they're opening. Or I think it's already been open now. There's a Sunrise Record in Devonshire in place of HMV. Anything like that going on where you are?
Hay una tienda de música, se llama Revolver. No está muy mal. Ray fue hace un tiempo ahí a vender un disco de ICP. Yo pensé que nadie iba a comprar, pero menos de 15 minutos llegaron un montón de juggalos y se compraron todo.
Cool town.
So, Cale, ¿cómo te vas a casar con Isley?
Not all of them.
Durante los casetes de los Chili Peppers, en esta sección empezó a cantar Let's Go, Let's Go. Está extraño, pero me gustó.
Ah, puta.
Pendejo.
He corrects you.
Go, don't she.
Well, thank you, George. Is there anything you'd like to say before we let you go?
Damas y caballeros, camaradas y amigos, y ojalá que puedan decir hermanos y hermanas. Gracias por hablar conmigo. Tengan buena noche y recuérdense de venir. Tengo muchos murciélagos.
Well said, my friend. Well said. Take care and talk to you soon. And buenas noches. Cale, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye, George. I don't speak Spanish.
George, hang up. We're trying to make another call.
Steve, hold on a second. Can we do it again by you talking Spanish?
See?
Can I do Russian?
See?
Sure.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Very close.
All right.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. That was awesome. Cale,
Hi.
3 shows left. Say it with me. Ready?
3 shows left.
I was going to say something else.
You didn't say 3 shows
I
left.
just made up sounds.
Can you say it with me? Ready? 1,
3 shows
2,
left?
3.
3 shows left.
3 left, man.
Yeah, I feel like we jammed a few more in at the end.
We're
going
jamming.
to.
We're definitely jamming. We be jamming. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. We got this one.
To have a break?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
For a long break. We'll come back next year.
Yeah.
Let's come back
Yeah.
next year, yeah?
We'll come back for the next presidency.
Yeah. Do not open until. So we're going to take a long break, right? A few years?
Yeah.
Or we'll do 15 episodes every year. So we'll see you next March.
We'll do the next one when we can do it on the moon.
Okay, I like that. So we'll wait for season 2 to get to the moon?
Yeah.
I'm totally up for that. Totally up for that.
That's my level of commitment to things.
Yeah. Yeah.
When's the next Olympics?
We got 3 shows left. And we have, for the finale of season 1, we have my drummist, Mr. Eric Oman, Help, Central Slang, Clover Joy,
Whose drum set is always in this room?
who is right behind me.
Yeah.
The whale and the shark are residing right now, as we speak. Mr. Eric Oman for the season finale. But tonight, we have all the way from Edmonton, Alberta. Am I pronouncing that name correctly? We have a good friend of ours, Mr. Justin Vienneau. But we don't call him Justin Vienneau, do we?
No.
What do we call him, Cale?
Call him Red.
We call him Red. Tonight, Red. He's in the green. Red is in the green
For the
room.
full 3 hours.
Red is waiting in the green room right now. So, you're all moved in.
Yep.
High rise.
Thanks to you, you helped.
Well, hardly. It was the easiest move I've ever been a part of.
Right.
Because it was not my moving.
Other than dismantling the futon.
Yeah, that was the one hiccup.
Yeah.
That was the one hiccup.
And I was smart. Remember I said I was gonna just put it in the living room for now and then move it to the bedroom.
Sure.
When I got a couch.
Did you regret that decision?
I figured I foresaw that I would because I wouldn't be able to move it into the bedroom and have to take it apart again.
Yeah.
So I just set it up in the bedroom and committed to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the best, right?
Yeah.
It's the best.
It's
great view off the balcony.
Yeah. Nice view of the bench that we used to smoke joints at with Red.
Yep. We'll reverse all that so no one hears what we just said.
Yeah. Where we read Bibles with our good friend Justin.
There you go. I'll put that in its place. Yes, many landmarks growing up. Let's just clean it up by saying that. Many landmarks that we can remember just overlooking that park across the street. And all the trees. You can see the Renaissance Center and all the other buildings from Detroit.
Yeah.
You can see a chunk of the Ambassador Bridge.
Yeah. Windsor Pizza.
You can, most importantly, Windsor Pizza. And we'll talk about that once our guest comes up here. We will talk about what went on.
I'm working on a clothesline system.
What do you mean?
For pizza.
Oh,
It's still pretty far. So
from your balcony
the
kind of thing.
logistics are tricky.
So, yeah, but that'd be the distance from that. Like,
Yeah.
it'd still be quite the yank for a while.
just get
You'd be yanking for at least 20 minutes. At least.
I'll just put an electric drill on it or something.
Oh, so everything's automatic.
It'll be solar powered.
Okay. So you
It'll
can't get pizza at night then.
It'll just be always going. Like those
The
windmills.
sun's going down. I got to order a pizza. That's exciting. You can see Windsor Pizza from your house.
Yeah. Can't smell it though.
Yeah, but you still win.
I don't know.
And yeah, you smell that the conglomeration. Am I using that word right? The conglomeration of food smells in the hallway. Because as you know, I once lived in that building.
Right.
Twice.
Yeah.
I moved from one to the other.
And then again in mid-March.
Yes. I lived, second floor, and then in mid-March I moved to the fourth floor. Just the hallways still have that same smell of just like what everyone's cooking, just all mixed up together in one big melting pot of funk.
I did notice some smells, but nothing too offensive.
No, but it was nostalgic.
Yeah.
And as soon as we walked in the back room, like to load everything in, it just I just got that waft of what, like the lobby smell, like the building itself, not all the hallways.
Yeah. The building's musk.
Yeah. and I parked in the 10-minute parking spot for like an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And that's what I used to do when I lived there. No one can prove.
Yeah.
No one can prove.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Who's watching that?
So you're all in. It's a fish.
Yep.
You slept in it today?
Yep.
First time?
Still gotta buy a lot of things, but
Sure. The utensils, the knickknacks,
yeah, I got some stuff. But, yeah.
the condiments. The condiments is the worst.
Yeah.
It's all the small. Like I
it'll
gotta
be
buy salt and pepper now.
Slow process of stocking all that up.
Yeah, like I need forks. I don't want to go out and buy forks. Houses should just come with forks.
Yeah.
Like I was saying
Use your hands.
last week, like they should just come with curtains.
Yeah.
Don't be a sick son of a bitch.
Mine came at blinds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just mini blinds, but
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, because someone owns that, right? It's like a condo.
Yeah.
So those are their blinds. So if you took them, they'd be after you.
Yeah.
You know. But when I moved in here, there was nothing. Like, what kind of sick son of a bitch takes the curtains?
Yeah.
But I'll be taking mine, too.
Taking the ice cube trays.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I bought those.
Yeah.
Those were earned. So congratulations.
Thanks.
I didn't really spend that much time in your apartment as much as we just hung out on the balcony.
Right.
I was so impressed by the view.
Watch the sunset.
Yeah, and the chemtrails.
Yeah, a lot of chemtrails yesterday.
Yeah. I took a picture of it. It turned out a bunch of X's in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good job.
Thanks.
Yeah. So how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm tired.
I'm alright, but I still got to work tonight.
Yeah. Does that annoy you?
Yeah.
I was really annoyed after work. Just I had to grocery shop and people in front of me just annoyed me. Everything annoyed me today. I'm like, I shouldn't be out right now. I should be at home. I powered through. Hello, Basement Placers. My name is Steve, and the gentleman sitting across the table from me, his name is Cale. Cale, why don't you woulda bang 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 bang?
What does that mean?
Why don't you do your thing?
Dance?
Yeah, why don't you do your thing?
You should make that a dance.
Are you gonna do your thing?
This is my thing where I encourage you to start dance trends.
I'm gonna dance right now.
Yeah.
I can't dance.
Yeah, you make a dance for that thing you just named.
I can't dance while sitting down.
All right.
That's a good lyric.
That's the first line in the song.
Yeah.
I can't dance. Halfway there. I can't dance when I'm sitting down.
You got the
I can't smile when all I frown. Smile, smile, smile. Oh, it's I can't shit when I'm standing up. Too late for the. I want to piss, but I can't fill my cup.
Hold on, Cale. Can you hold on? I'm writing a song.
All
Can
right.
you wait a minute?
Trying to encourage you.
What were you saying?
So I think you're too late for this summer's hit, but
Next summer.
say bank that for next year.
Okay. So I'll take this part out so no one steals my idea.
Yeah.
Those are some good lyrics.
Yeah.
Off the cuff.
They're
Those were not written down at all.
those are radio quality.
Well, you want to start the show?
Yeah.
Let's get our friend from Alberta up here, shall we?
Our guest tonight is a longtime friend who has been living out west for the past several years, but is still bound by legal contract to return to visit his reluctantly anchored friends still here in Windsor. We now sit down with Justin Vienneau, better known as Red to us fanboys, to see how he's been since we last saw him 2 years ago, and to reminisce on times that almost seem like a lifetime ago.
Right, brother? Cheers, boy.
Cheers. Cheers.
To the Sauble 3.
3 or 4. Sauble 3 saying
Excluding
Sauble
Tantrum Tom.
Well, we'll pretend this is like a reunion for the trio that met at the bridge near the falls when he was going through the tantrum. So this is that reunion.
When our souls united.
Say we're hiding from him again.
When our souls united.
Tom threw a tantrum on the front porch, so now we've come down here to get away from him.
This is our river.
Ooh.
With the moonlight.
That's a good one.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Got all that poetic shit down?
Yeah. Oh, you lost that chip. You gotta get sent in a recovery chip. Oh shit! This is getting worse. This is turning into Iraq.
No, this is turning into the New Jersey Bridge.
What's that?
When Chris Christie fucked up and closed down.
Oh yeah.
It was just like the New Jersey to Manhattan Bridge. Help! Red, help! Help!
Steve 6 chips into this
Oh.
dip. He just lost 4 more men into the chip dip.
What's the matter with you? You're the worst chip dipper I've ever seen.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
It's kind of weird talking into a mic.
Do you ever sing at all in anything that any bands that you've played in?
No, did that one night we played at, where was it? The Underground. And I did backing vocals for when Roots, Bloody Roots.
How's that?
It was different. I think because I was like into the show, it was like easier for me to do it. But yeah, I don't know. It just felt right, I guess. I don't know. But that's the only time I've ever taken the mic live.
Yeah. So you're a little self-conscious right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't you feel like Larry King?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about the war.
I got this big robot dick in my face.
You wore your suspenders. Yeah, it feels weird to me still, but it's still fun too.
You've done like 20 of these now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still fresh. Like, you've been singing the mics for what?
Yeah, but I haven't been doing this for very long.
Yeah.
Talking is scary. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It never gets easy.
Especially when you hate the sound of your voice.
Well, you know what?
I'm still struggling with that.
You gotta find the beauty. You gotta find the beauty in it.
Yeah.
I've found, especially with editing and just like making sure every episode is okay. Like, you gotta find some good in it because like everyone hates their voice.
Yeah.
But you gotta find like a silver lining to it. Like now I can actually kind of stand my voice. Although a lot of times I do just want to, I don't know, hit myself for things I say. Like, you're an idiot. But that's the power that you have when you're editing. Like, if I say something too stupid, just like, nope, I'm cutting that out. We'll be fine.
All right.
You want to sing a little?
Nah.
Well, kumbaya.
Nah.
Happy birthday.
Can I do James Brown?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
We are sitting here with Mr. Justin Vienneau, also known as Cale.
Red.
Welcome to Basement Plays, buddy.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy I'm home and hanging out with my best friends.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Windsor.
Thank you.
So where are you coming from?
Edmonton, Alberta.
So you got away from the snow for a few days.
Yeah, there was actually a huge blizzard before I left.
Really?
Nah.
Oh.
It's actually fucking hot there. It was like 34 degrees, I think, the day before I left.
It was super hot when I was there.
Yeah.
That was July too, but
It seems like
it
it's
was
getting
freakishly
hotter.
hot, I think.
It's getting hotter every year, it seems. Global warming is real.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
no,
have
it's
they have
not.
theories on
Just
this.
go back to bed.
Hey, Al Gore says so.
So how have you been? What have you been up to? All these. What's it been, like 2 years? A year? 2 years?
9 years.
No, but like since the last time we saw you.
Yeah, 2 years. We came in 2015.
Well, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, eh? Time flies.
We had margaritas
Yes.
on the patio.
And that was your first margarita, wasn't it?
First
Yeah, me
several.
Yeah, that was my first 4 margaritas.
They are delicious.
They are. It was a hot one that night,
Yeah. Yeah, it fucking was.
and those margaritas were good.
And the Detroit River was ripe that night.
I guess we got nose blindness to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I smell it sometimes.
When it's really
Yeah,
bad.
it's a good day for the river today.
so you were saying that. How long have you been away?
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't seem that long, though.
No, but at the same time, if you think back that far, it was a lifetime ago.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
So much has happened in those 9 years.
Yeah.
But it's just it's the rate of which the time passes is what boggles our minds.
Yeah.
And I think the reason like why it feels like time passes by quicker now is because our time is more occupied. We're more on a schedule now. When you're a kid, everything seems to take forever because you got nothing.
Yeah.
You wake up for school, and during the summer you have absolutely nothing, anything you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, our lives are like much more schedule based, like work and any other obligation.
Not having summers off.
Yeah,
Not having 3
yeah.
months off
Everything's
for the
on it.
summer.
Everything's on a schedule now. So like you think less about time passing. That's why it feels like it passes by quicker.
That's why I always find it's crazy. Like, everybody, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult.
Mm.
And then your parents
Yeah,
always
yeah.
say, oh, yeah, enjoy it while you're young.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just always like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever, right? But then when you become an adult, you're like, fuck, my parents were right.
What happened?
I don't necessarily hate it compared to being a kid. Like, being a kid was fun, too, but I don't know if I'd want to go back. But
Yeah, I wouldn't. High school sucked.
But it's just like the thing with being an adult, too. I like the idea when you were a kid and you saw adults, how together they seemed. You know, like when I get to be 30, I'll have it all figured out. You know,
It's a scary
that
moment.
kind of thing. You just get there, like nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
It's a scary.
Yeah.
It was a scary moment for me. The moment that I found out that they're all just winging it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like once
Nobody's
the,
really got
the
this
day that I
solid,
found out that my parents were just people, like
Yeah.
it was.
Just-
I think
just
that was the
doing
end of
their
my
best.
innocence.
Yeah,
You know?
it's crazy.
Oh my god! It's
I-
just like your world changes instantly.
Yeah. When I turned 28, my dad, like I was talking to him on the phone, and he said to me, he's like, so are you and Ami talking about having a kid yet? He's like, I was your age right now when your mom and I started talking about having you, and
Yeah.
it just like blew my mind. Like I was like, fuck, I'm 28? Like I can't even picture myself having a kid right now. Like it was just, it literally blew my mind. Like it was crazy.
Still does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because now I'm like 35, and I'm like, I still don't have a kid. I'm a stepfather, but
Yeah.
not a kid of my own.
Well, you're married.
Yeah.
That's a grown-up thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have keys and
You know,
credit cards.
you know you're grown up when you buy a new vacuum and you're excited to use it.
What did you get? A Dyson?
Yeah, it was a Dyson. I was all like
Of course.
you know, getting all excited, ready to use it, and I was like, this thing works really good.
Did you put gloves on to use it?
Nah, I didn't go that hardcore.
Racing gloves.
Hold on, I gotta get my gloves on, honey. I'm in a vacuum.
My Dyson gloves.
So what exactly are you doing? I mean, I don't mean that in the prick way. What are you doing in Edmonton? But like, what do you do as far as occupation?
I am a master Ford technician at Team Ford.
How's that?
It sucks. I hate being a mechanic.
Are any of your bosses gonna hear this?
Nah, only my one friend at work's gonna listen to it.
What if he shows? What if he shows the boss?
Nah, because he doesn't like the boss just as much as I do. So.
But he'll have something.
could be a
he'll
double
have
agent,
something
though.
over you though.
Maybe he's a double agent. He's been waiting for this moment.
Yeah. Just become
Just
friends
tell
with
you
this
it's a-
guy. Wait till he gets on a podcast.
He's a Ford spy.
Just wait until he gets invited to a podcast.
That's why
he
he paid
speaks
for-
ill of this place, and then we'll fire him.
That's why they paid for my flight here.
Oh, you're going on a podcast when you get there? Oh, yes. Let us pay for your flight. I had nothing after that. So let's get to know you, even though we kind of know you.
Okay.
Let's allow the people to get to know you.
Okay.
Where were you born, and where were you raised?
I
Where
was,
did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I was born and raised in Windsor, Ontario.
Sorry.
So yeah.
Sorry.
I'm still laughing at the Cotton Eye Joe.
I know.
It's not the first time, but it gets me every time. I think it's the first time I called it out. What did you say? Where'd you come from?
Where did you go?
Are we good?
Yeah.
Are you good? Is there going to be any more outbursts from you?
More outtakes? Yeah.
Okay. So you were born in Windsor,
Yes.
born and raised.
Yes.
Never lived anywhere else?
Yeah, we moved around. Lived in LaSalle for 2 years, and then
Mm.
moved back to Windsor. And then we moved to Tecumseh for 2 years, and then I moved back to Windsor after my parents split up. I went to live with my father and grandmother.
In the neighborhood as Cale. Same neighborhood
Yes, lives there.
as Oh. We'll play that backwards. So no one knows where Cale lives.
Okay.
Whoops. We do it all the time.
No, I'm not going to edit this. Maybe I will. Cale, do you want to edit it?
Yeah.
I'll edit all this too.
All right.
So when you were a wee lad, as a child,
Yes.
with that twinkle in your eye, what were some of your hobbies?
I love to draw. I used to draw a lot when I was little, like just like comic book characters. Not too much sports.
You never played any sports?
I did. I played t-ball and I played Little League for 2 years. And then I did 1 year of hockey when I was in grade 8. But I was like the worst hockey player ever.
Like ice hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never ventured. I just always played floor hockey.
I don't have the coordination to like puck handle and skate at the same time.
Just seemed like a lot of equipment to buy too.
Yeah, that too.
You weren't the goalie, were you?
No.
Even still, just ice hockey in general, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Get the skates and the pants and the shin pads and the socks.
Do you know how to
shoulder
skate?
pads. Yeah.
Yeah? You good?
I'm not amazing, but
Yeah.
I've only done it like twice in the last 10 years, but I can skate okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I can only really turn and stop left, though.
Oh, you're not,
Me too.
You're not an ambi-turner?
Exactly.
I can only stop left, and
I can skate backwards and shit, but...
Yeah, me too. I haven't skated since I was like 14, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know when the last
I've
time.
only done it a couple times recently.
I'm not good, so I just stayed away.
I always hated
It's fun.
those like douchey kids that would skate around and like stop all hard and spray you with snow
Yeah.
because they're looking at you like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to skate.
You probably don't know him.
Yeah,
You got to right opposite. Yes, block. Yes, block. Yes, you look next.
he was all, yeah. the
He would,
hockey
he would,
player,
yeah. He would like just like snow everybody,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
skate around, just like, and then like that stupid smile on his face, just skate away after he did it. It was just like, get the fuck out of here.
You know, he always had like the best skates, too.
Yeah.
Top of the line.
Yeah, like the pumps when they came out.
All right, so no sports really.
Yeah.
You were an arty kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, speaking of music, what were your first memories of your earliest taste in music? Like something that you could have been listening to because of your parents, like whatever your parents were listening to.
Yeah. Well, my dad's really big into music, so I grew up listening to Rolling Stones, Beatles, Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull, Black Sabbath, like Led Zeppelin, all kinds of bands. So I was exposed to that, awesome music at an early age. And my mom, she listened to like oldies and stuff, and I wasn't really much into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like my first venture into listening to music was everything my dad exposed to me.
So that's a pretty good start.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm lucky I had a dad that was really a music lover, like
Tuned in.
yeah.
We're actually we're gonna get to our very first song of the night, and this was actually from the band that Red and myself were in. This is a song by a band called Next in Line, off of our very first EP, The Suicide Demonstrations. The music was actually written by Red himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are 17, 18 years old, so please excuse the level of amateur that is about to be crammed into your ears. This is Inner by Next in Line.
it was yours.
Yeah, the line 6.
Yeah, and it's right behind you underneath the yellow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And I don't use a headstock, so now I'm like, I intend to sell it because I never use it, eh?
Yeah.
But I use the cab still.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna sell the head.
What's a good cabinet? I don't remember what kind of speakers are in it. Are they Celestians?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But where did you originally buy that amp from?
Long and McQuaid.
And it didn't come with the pedal.
No.
The sons of bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this special, like, you know, like a phone jack cord, input.
Yeah.
And you never got it. You never got that pedal. I never got that pedal.
Yeah.
So essentially, all those effects are useless
Mm-hmm.
if you're playing like a live show.
Yeah.
If you're not just farting around.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
Stupid.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this right now because I am gonna sell it. So like, it's not a very good selling point to say all these bad things about it. But I'll dress it up. I'll I don't know.
It was a good sounding amp.
Yeah,
It has good distortion.
But again, like, because you don't have the pedal,
Yeah.
it's like you can't just like when you're playing, just like reach over and change the knob or whatever.
It's like selling someone on an island a bag of weed without a means to smoke it.
Like a lighter.
Yes. Or papers or a bong or anything.
Okay.
Oh,
You'd have to
figure it out.
Yeah, he'd have to fashion some kind of coconut
Yeah.
bong or
Make one out of a
something.
snake or something.
That's a lovely accent
it
you
is a
have.
saying.
New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria! Well then, good day, mate.
Let's throw another shrimp on the barbie. There we go.
Let's not. Yeah.
We are going?
You don't have to go right now. I just sometimes
All right.
sometimes I'll start talking and I forget to record.
You have a story for us,
Yes, I do.
and I've got it written down here. The drug story.
The drug story.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
So, I posted an ad on Kijiji to look for
Drugs?
band No. Yeah. I need some drugs.
He was on the deep web.
So I posted an ad on Kijiji to start a band. So I was just looking for band members. And this guy messaged me and he gave me his number. And so I just like was texting him and being like, yeah, just trying to get to know what his interests are and stuff like that.
Drugs.
And then he like calls me. And then, we're just talking about bands and music. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he's like, hey, man, if you ever need any weed, just let me know. And right away, that should have been a red flag to me. I was like, but I don't know many people to get weed from in Edmonton. So I was like,
thanks.
all right, I'll try this guy out. I'll wing it. And so anyways, like I text him and I'm like, okay, meet me at the Walmart parking lot at this time. And he's like, okay, man. And then so I go there for the time, and it was like 1:30. I told him to meet me or whatever. So I get there like 1:30, and I wait for like a half an hour, and I text him, and I'm like, hey, man, are you on your way? And he's like, yeah, bro, I'll be right there like 10, 15 minutes. So I wait like 15 more minutes, maybe 20 more minutes, and I was like, all right. And I fucking go home, and then I text him again, and I'm like, hey, man, are you going to like show up? And he's like, oh, sorry, bro, I got sidetracked. I had to stop at this place and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and he's like, I'll go meet you there right now. And I'm like, okay. So I go back to the spot. He shows up like 20 minutes after. And then he comes in my car and, we exchange weed and then still talk about like what kind of bands you're into, blah, 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 for a few minutes. And then he gets back in his car. And he like storms off and drives over this fucking curb in the Walmart parking lot. His car gets stuck, and I'm sitting in my car, and I look at it, and I'm like, should I go help this guy?
Please tell me you just drove off.
No, I did.
Slowly. You just rolled off.
I wish I would have, but I'm like looking.
Wave.
I'm looking at him, and I'm like, should I go help this guy?
I do have a winch.
So anyways, I like sit and contemplate it for about a minute, and then I'm like, all right. So I get out, And I'm like, hey, man, what happened? And he's like, he like jumps out, like leaps out of his car, and he's like, and there's a bunch of like teenagers like off to the side sitting on the curb, like hanging out, and he like yells out, he's like,
I just smoked a big fatty. I didn't know what I was doing.
and I was just thinking like, oh my fucking God, this is the worst drug deal ever. And then,
I forgot it was a drug deal. I thought it was just a thing.
So these teenage kids come over, and the guy asked them to sit on the hood of his car. And then he asked me, he's like, get in my car and, hit the gas pedal when I tell you. And he gets behind the car, and he's like pushing the fucking car while I'm like accelerating with these teenagers sitting on the hood of the car. And then the car backs.
Now you're an accessory.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, why are they on the hood of the car?
For weight.
Yeah, for
Probably
weight.
to get the front end down.
Oh, okay.
So the front tires are growing,
Yeah.
I assume. Yeah.
So then, so anyways, the car gets off the curb, and then I get out of the car, and he's just like, oh, fuck, man, sorry about that. And I'm just like, oh, whatever, man, And then he's like, yeah, just text me whenever you want any weed, bro. And I'm like, all right. I get in my car, and I'm like, well, I'm never texting that guy again.
Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that was so
Delete
awkward.
That'd be great if it happened again on the next island.
Yeah.
If this was a movie,
you turn around,
if
you
it was
hear
a
a big crash.
If it was a movie, it'd be on Reddit and just off camera.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hear,
Hey, bro. Help me out again. You got a sec? You got that winch still?
So yeah, there goes the most awkward drug deal in the history of my experience.
how good was the weed?
It was good. I found it. Yeah, it was actually really good. But
And I did call him back.
I don't know if it was the whole experience that I just went to, but I went home and smoked a joint like immediately after. And I don't know.
Did you beat your car on an island?
No. But I don't know if it was the weed or the situation I just went through. But after I smoked that joint, I was like so paranoid for some reason.
Oh yeah, waiting for the cops to come.
Yeah.
Just like, so they just had this video footage of of you helping some guy get his car off. Yeah.
Sorry.
I know what is that? What is that flavor? I
I
blue. I
believe
saw
this is-
blue and
it's
I was
either.
sold.
Oh, it's. Oh no! I thought it was the bubble
blueberry?
gum.
Oh yeah,
You know what it is?
blueberry something.
Green apple.
It's your enemy, your nemesis.
Are you gonna drink it?
Oh yeah. It is here after all.
I guess it is. Yeah, that can was more green, wasn't it? It looks blue in this light.
You've already opened it, and that's the sound of you purchasing a whole can
Yeah.
of Rockstar.
Oh, it's gonna overflow. Yeah. Oh.
Suck on it. Got excited.
So I think earlier, whilst on the porch, we were kind of reminiscing about the good old days, and we were talking about a certain camping trip that we took.
Yes, the Sauble Beach Trip.
The Sauble Beach Trip, 2005.
I think that was my first.
I think
Trip
it was
with friends.
2005.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I think I have that written.
It was the
down in
three of
photos
us.
or something.
The three gents sitting at this round table
Yes.
right now.
Plus one.
Plus one. Maybe he's going to hear this. Maybe he's not. He'll never know if he doesn't listen.
Is this person an avid listener of this show?
I don't know. I
Oh.
don't think so. He doesn't seem like the podcasty type.
Yeah.
He's a radio guy though.
He is a radio
Yeah, he
guy.
is.
And I have asked him on the show. But he kind of gave me the heave-ho, as Kramer calls it. He gave me the heave-ho. We took a little trip to Sauble Beach, little
Yes.
camping trip. The four of us.
Mm-hmm.
The three of us here. And do we say his name? Did we already say his name?
No, not yet.
Okay. Do we say his name?
Let's leave it a mystery.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
We'll ask him about it when he comes on the show.
Okay. Let's leave it a mystery.
Mystery.
Yeah. His name is So now if I reverse that, maybe it's his actual name.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
So we take a trip to Sauble Beach. We're prepared for this trip, first of all. And when I say prepared, I'm 22. He's 22. You're 23 probably.
Yeah.
And this other person is also 23. We bring enough provisions to last us an entire week.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we went up there for. Probably a few days.
Yeah, it
It
was,
was
3 days.
At
2 or
least
3.
three or 4 nights.
Yeah.
But we brought up enough
We
bottles
went
of
more than
booze.
we went
Oh,
more
yeah.
than just the weekend. Like it was like
We
a Friday,
had a
Saturday,
lot.
Sunday, Monday. I think maybe Tuesday. I don't know.
And we just left. Remember how proudly we just left them on the picnic table? Like it just we never put them away. Like that was just their
Mhm.
spot. Like it was our bar or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
How must that have looked to like
Yeah.
especially the park ranger that visited us a few times
Mhm.
throughout the night? Like how must that look for just people walking by, just like this like whole like
With our like
little
cardboard
smorgasbord of hard
cardboard
liquor
signs with sayings on them.
and all the sayings that they
Few
audibly
drama
heard
quotes.
throughout.
Yeah,
And
and
the-
the shit that we kept repeating.
And the ginger root that looked like a cock that we put on the
Oh, I
end of
forgot
our
about
post.
Oh my god, yes, and I eventually buried it at my
Yeah.
parents' house. Let's go get
Yeah,
it.
we went to buy
Let's go
groceries.
get it. It's at my parents' old house.
What the night before we went and bought groceries for the trip.
Yeah, because we
Just for some reason in the produce section you saw that.
Yeah,
It was
you
just
found
sitting
it.
there on top.
That was
And
a
you-
perfect
you-
penis.
I didn't find it. It found
It
us.
was,
Yeah.
it was a cock and balls too, wasn't it? Or
Yeah,
was
it was.
just-
Yeah, it was
Cock
me as
and
the
balls.
cock and the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember you said something like, "Oh well, we gotta buy this."
Oh, of course.
remember-
that sounds like something I would
Remember,
say.
like the cashier too. She didn't know like how to bring it up. You know, so,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it
What-
caused a problem. What is this?
she like holds it up
You
in the
brought
air.
it.
She's just like
Yeah.
caging
Yeah,
someone.
cock-
Like everyone. Like,
Can I get a
All of
price
us
check
are
on a
like our
cock?
faces are red.
like, never mind. Like, we don't want
Yeah.
it. No, boys. I'll
Yeah.
you know, I'll find this. So what was it? It was ginger root.
Yeah, it was ginger root.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. It was pretty
There's
much
probably
just.
a ginger tree in your old yard now.
Yeah.
It just looked like a dead branch
Yeah.
Mhm.
It did just it was
in the
all
shape
bark.
of a cock and
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
You know? I totally forgot about that. Oh my god, all this shit's coming back to me
I
tonight.
forgot about that one. I got pictures of that. Like we had it on.
Yeah,
the,
on the
we had it
post.
on the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
On
took
our-
all these professional
yeah.
shots with
Yeah.
like the rest is like, in the background,
Yeah,
just
it's
all
out of
faded.
focus.
Hold on, the light is hitting it just
Yeah,
right
just
now.
through the trees.
the beautifully focused
It's
ginger
throbbing.
root cock and balls. The new name of this episode is Ginger Root Cock and Balls.
Yeah.
Well, it fits because I'm a ginger.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
No, it's going to be red.
Okay.
In parentheses.
But that's gonna be your nickname. now.
Parentheses, Ginger Root Cock and
Yeah, I was
Balls.
gonna say
Yeah.
that's your new full nickname.
Red ginger root cock. and
Why do you
balls.
guys call them red? Oh, it's short for Ginger Root Cock and Balls. oh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Uh,
I'd like to never hear that again.
but we had a good time. We actually went paddleboarding.
Yeah.
Paddleboarding or what?
Paddle boat.
Paddle
Yeah,
boat.
paddle boat.
The
Yeah.
pedals.
The 4-person
Do-
one. That
do
you
we
sit
have
in the
paddles
back.
or did we
No,
have
just-
pedals?
yeah,
It was
just
pedals. And I remember it was like very hard.
Yeah,
It was
There
different.
was like four 200-pound dudes or something.
Yeah.
In it, so it was all like low.
Did we have one or did we have two?
Just one. I think. We're all four of us were in one.
I wasn't sure if we split up
so.
into two.
Yeah, because I got pictures
Yeah.
of I think it was in the back, and I got pictures of just like the back of Moss's head.
Right, with his hair going everywhere.
I mean, our friend's head.
that was.
I knew what I'd say. I was going to say his name.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Bleeped out.
Exactly.
And that was the trip where he was riding shotgun on the way there, and the sunroof
yeah,
was
and-
open, and like Cale got video of
Yeah.
his hair just like going
It's just
out.
slowly
Eating his
kept
hair,
getting
Yeah,
more,
it's,
like
more and
strand by
more.
strand.
more and more just kept getting sucked out of the sunroof.
He's just none the wiser.
Yeah.
His head straight on the open road ahead. But we had a great time. We got tons of footage that eventually got lost
Yeah.
somewhere. I blame either of you. It's
It was
de-
one of- it was
definitely
one of
not
our
my
faults,
fault.
yeah.
It's definitely not my
It's
fault.
likely my fault
I
because it wasn't at Red's house. So. I shot two. I had like a high 8 camcorder that I was shooting with.
yeah.
And I shot two tapes. One was like a full hour tape, and then the second one was like I went into like a 20 minutes of the next tape. And I lost that full hour one. I only had the 20-minute one. I
And
still
it's-
have it somewhere.
It's gold.
Actually, I just held it. That other tape, the one I have, I would have just held it yesterday when I was moving shit. Yeah.
Yeah. There was gold on there. I remember like the highlight for me was like leaning up against that tree and just puking my lungs out.
After all the
Yeah.
And then like Cale like coming like zooming straight, like he's like walking right up to me with the camera right in my face.
Fisheye lens.
Yeah.
Just saliva dripping out of my mouth still, and just like waiting for the next wave to come. We had a good time.
Yeah, that was great.
We had a good time. And then the other guy kind of turned on us, didn't he?
We
I
did.
drank most of the alcohol.
He did.
Like, well, the whole 3 or 4 days or whatever. It was at least 4 days, maybe 5 days, 4 nights. But
Yeah.
we, like I said, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like 7 various bottles of liquor, and I think we had like 4 cases of beer.
Yeah.
Or something. It was like a case of beer a night. Although it was full of, but
We had 4 cases of beer.
yeah, I think there were 28 cases too. I specifically remember.
Jesus Christ! What the
That was
hell
a
were
lot
we
of beer.
doing?
Well, we were 22 and 23.
Okay,
too.
okay,
We-
that's
we-
what-
we-
that's
that
what
was
we
our
were-
party.
Over
animal
100.
stage.
What is that? What's 428 cases? 112 beers.
I'm not good at
Don't
it.
make don't make me.
I thought you were better. You better
Well,
grammar. We
okay.
should've-
What is it? If I'm doing this in my head, roughly, what'd you say? 28? 428 cases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Well,
112.
if I'm just doing this in my head,
Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, edit this out.
it's about 112. Like off the top of my head, it's 112.
That's why I figured 420.
I did it in my head. I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't
Right,
use
yeah.
I definitely didn't use a calculator at all. You guys witnessed me do that in
Sure.
my head.
I saw it.
I didn't write anything
I
down.
saw your head.
It's 112. So for all you listeners out
I
there,
was right.
28 times 4 is
Steve
112.
confirmed that I was right.
Yeah, in my head because I'm,
So
I'm
112 beers.
112 beers.
We
Yes.
had
Sorry.
7 bottles of liquor. I think some were like 26s and some were 40s.
Yeah.
I'll drink most of that.
Yeah. You said his name again.
Sauble.
Sauble.
Yeah. Tantrum.
I'll drink that, and then we met Sauble.
Yeah. We didn't bring Sabelnoth.
Yeah, he showed up there.
Sabelnoth met
Yeah,
us
he
there.
met us. Yeah.
It was like a split personality type situation.
So what was he doing? He was blubbering over a girl,
Yeah. Whining about a girl.
making the whole trip about him,
Yeah.
throwing chairs in the fire pit,
Yeah. Chugging half a bottle of whiskey almost.
accusing us of not knowing what it's like to have our heart broken.
Yeah.
So the 3 of us sitting around this table now, we had to make an escape.
Mhm.
We had to get out. You know.
His vibe
Well,
was
just a
ruining
friend that,
our
drank
situation.
too much.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm,
so really.
I'm sure we brought a beer or 2 with us, and we
Yeah, we
walked the
did, yeah.
trail
We
down
went up to
down the falls.
Sauble Falls. There's like a little footbridge that goes over it. And I still remember I have that scene in my head. There was like the full moon was over the falls. Like we're on the bridge, like sitting on the railing, looking. And the falls are coming. Like we're looking towards where the river is going.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that when we all kissed each other at the same
Yeah.
time?
You said something in French to me. But yeah, like I said, there was the full moon right over it, so it was like that nice. It was like, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning or something. But it was bright enough that you could still see the falls and everything.
I do remember
And I was
seeing
kind of,
you
I was
guys
thankful.
in
I was
the
kind of
dark.
thankful for that situation that we actually went and did that. you
Yeah.
know.
Well, it was time. It was time to break away from all the drama that was coming from 25% of the party.
We weren't gonna make him feel better, and he was just bringing us down.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was he ever?
I'm sure he'd rather have been alone, anyways.
So we had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time
Yeah, it makes
when
it sound
we
bad,
escaped.
but-
The 3 of us, we had
I mean,
a
the whole
great
trip.
time.
The whole trip
Yeah.
was a good time.
Yeah. But we were talking about this trip earlier outside, and I completely forgot about that part. I forgot that he tripped balls, and then it was almost like a horror movie where I think we were almost scared to go back.
Yeah.
Because who knows what he might have transformed into, like hanging like a
Just waiting
moth
there with
upside
us.
down from a tree branch or something.
He's got like an 8-foot hole dug.
or,
Yeah.
or just as calm as like Hannibal Lecter or something, just like waiting for us. Like,
Yeah.
sit down.
Tenting his fingers.
There's like
Yeah.
a 40-foot fire going.
We need to talk.
Red's car is in the fire.
upside down.
All the families have left.
When did we go up there?
Time of year?
Yeah, because I don't remember it being busy.
I believe it was like June.
So if this
Yeah.
was at all Cale's
'Cause
doing,
it is.
it would have been earlier on in the year.
It was June or July or early July.
Yeah.
But it's still cold because we didn't go swimming.
It was fairly
No.
busy still there. I think it was in June sometime.
Yeah.
I'd bet.
I remember it being cold, right?
Well,
It was like hoodies, like we weren't wearing coats or nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
we went to the beach at one point, and like there's
water was
no one.
freezing.
There's no
Yeah,
one
yeah.
else there really.
yeah.
You went swimming, didn't you? Or was that in Grand Bend?
Probably put my feet in. I always
Maybe it was-
gotta.
maybe it was
I always
last-
gotta go in the
Maybe
water.
This was last summer. Me and you went camping. And you were swimming.
Yeah, I always gotta go in the water because I brought my trunks.
Yeah.
Because you haven't seen all the shit that's in the water.
Yeah, and we were talking about that. When were we talking about that?
probably then.
With Brigham, I think. Brigham's episode.
I remember even when you were swimming that last time, you were conscious of all the things that might be swimming around.
Absolutely, because you don't know what's down there.
Yeah.
I know.
And your imagination just runs wild. Like there could be like a serpent type dragon sea monster beast type thing.
I know, it's crazy what your mind will do, like when you're like, I don't know. It's weird being an adult and like having to swim in water and like thinking that some monster is gonna like grab your ankles or something.
A 30-something-year-old man-child in the water, frightened of what might happen if I go deeper in.
Yeah.
Because it was
that's not even bad too. That's like a fairly small lake. If you ever lake that song, well, yeah, actually, that's on Georgian Bay.
Big enough to inhabit.
Well, that's
a sea
Georgian Bay,
monster.
which is big, but it's kind of like a smaller part of it. But yeah, that was still a pretty big body of water that you went into. But even if I was in like a smaller lake, like Cypress Lake or something like that, like there's much less stuff that's going to be in that compared to like if you're in the ocean. If you're swimming in the ocean off the coast of Texas or something.
But can you imagine, like, if you're already thinking, like, if I'm already thinking, which I was when I was in the water, I think I've already discussed this on the show. If you already have a certain type of beast in your mind that could be in these waters, and then, like, say, like a fish swam by and just brushed against your leg, my heart would pop like a water balloon.
And you're
like, I was right! I was right! Pop! Dead.
Could be a zombie for all you know.
Oh, don't say it.
Fish
Water
zombies.
zombies?
Yeah.
Why you gotta?
That's
Why
the
you gotta?
worst.
Why you gotta?
Yeah.
But it was colder, so like I was inching myself into those waters. That
The balls is always the hardest part.
the balls is the toughest part.
It sucks the breath right out of you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
Oh my god! Yeah, the genital, just the whole genital area is just very like.
You just gotta go for it.
Yeah.
I know.
You gotta get it
You can't
over
even
with.
walk like a Band-Aid. Right on!
Yeah. You can't pussyfoot your way into that.
But
one.
I did.
Or it's just worse.
I did. I'm like, there's no way I'm not going balls deep. Literally, I'm not going balls
I'm going
deep.
at least balls deep.
But I did, and then I eventually got up to my jaw. That's how deep I got, and then that's when I really started panicking about some kind of sea monster being down there.
Because now it can be something that's almost as big as you.
Bigger.
That can fit there, yeah.
Bigger.
Or again, longer, you know.
Bigger.
At least if you're in the
Could be
shallow water,
Cloverfield,
something
could
only
be
so
anything.
big could be.
Yeah. But let me spoil this story for you. Nothing was in there. I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in there.
He lived.
I know you were wondering.
was.
I know you were worrying.
Could you see it? It was written on my face.
Again, we should go back. We should do something
Yeah, we should.
tonight. Cale, calling
Go there
sick.
tonight.
Want to go to Sauble Beach tonight?
Get there for the
Grab
morning.
tomorrow.
I'll just transfer my flight
Yeah.
to like Wednesday.
Well, just
Take
fly out in the Sauble Beach airport.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just fly out of Sauble Beach.
Okay. You guys going to Edmonton?
You probably go to Port Elgin and get a flight.
Yeah.
It's just some farmers like.
Man, there's a farm.
Plane.
Maybe I can hook up with the dude that smuggles drugs.
I just like the idea of wherever you are, and if you need to fly out of there, like every place just has an airport. No
Yeah.
matter how small town. Like I'm here.
And an
I-
airliner.
I wish to fly out of here. So where is your airport?
The airport in Jasper is just a grass field.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you drive
yeah.
by it, there's
Yeah, I
like
think I
two of
saw
those
that.
small planes on it and a little grass field with some flags.
I was saying this earlier in Sauble Beach. I was saying that we listened to some music in your car at our campsite, and this was when the song "Nights in White Satin" by the Moody Blues changed for me forever. And Cale was even reiterating that he is still clear to him, as he was saying.
That was the first I really heard of it as well. So.
Oh, really? You
That was
haven't
my
heard that
first
song before?
impression, yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
But growing up with it, my parents always played that song, and it was just like my parents' music, so I didn't think
Yeah.
anything of it. And then it was that trip that we were in your car tripping, and then you put that song on, and it's just like I was listening to it for the very first time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It is a great song.
Right now, the flute solo is playing in the background of this episode. Yeah, flute, little flute. That's it. That's all I wanted to bring up. What else can you guys? Anything else from the
I was
trip?
gonna say I remember sleeping. I think me, you, and Red were in the same tent the first night. We had like no air mattresses and maybe
Yeah, we were
sleeping
sleeping
bags
on the
or
ground.
something, Yeah.
Was not just in the Hillary Duff
Never-
one?
and you guys were both snoring. I think I was the last one to go to bed. Yeah, Moss had his own little.
It was a
McDonald's
McDonald's
one.
tent. Nice Ronald McDonald tent.
Is he that with a Happy Meal?
When he lays down, the tent's just the shape of him.
Yeah.
And it was like the size of a tent for like a 5-year-old.
That was like the one you had.
6'2".
That's like the one you had when we went to the Cypress Lake.
Yeah, the Hillary Duff one.
Yeah. You just sleep sideways and stretch
Hillary
it out.
Duff tent.
Well, because I was so petrified of a bear munching on my skull as I slept that like my head was touching one wall, like right up against one wall, and then my feet were against the other one. It's just a small little children's tent. It was all pink and stuff. It looked all fun. So we called it the Hillary Duff tent. And I was just so worried about getting eaten by a bear when I was sleeping. Because really, like...
Well, your head was just, like, exposed there.
Well, yeah, it was just in the shape of it. Like so he could probably see the dome, like, from the outside.
Yeah.
Start here.
Here I am.
Bite here.
Yeah.
But, it's in Sauble Beach, so... I went to bed like the last. I think I was in the middle of you guys, and you were like both snoring. I think. So I finally just went and slept in the car. I couldn't get comfortable, and it was just like noisy. So I went in Red's car and slept. And then was the second night was you joined me. I think Steve went and slept in the car. And then by the third night,
yeah, and then
we were all in the car.
All three of us, but except for Tom, were in the.
It took a while to get that smell out of my car. It smelled like 3 sweaty assholes in there.
Morning breath
and all that dew on the inside of my windshield. I was like, that's
farts.
gross.
As it was your car, didn't you sleep in shotgun?
No, I slept in the driver's seat.
No, I thought I slept in the driver's seat.
I slept in the back.
Yeah,
I laid down.
You slept in shotgun. Yeah. I know. I was in the driver's seat because I remember my legs
choice.
like kind of like being over the steering wheel. Like that's how I slept.
And I folded down the seats in the back, and I slept in the back of the car.
I did that when I went to Jasper too, where I just slept in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
I had like a pretty good big size car. It was like a Hyundai or something like that, but it was like a full size.
Was that
lay right down?
Was that the night when there was a bear sighting in the?
Well, I saw a couple bears there.
Oh yeah.
I saw like
say what?
two or three occasions. I saw like a mom and her cubs. Like,
oh Jesus!
Like 100 yards maybe from where my site was, and they were like kind of on the road just outside the campground. So I seen like one time I went by and the park ranger was out there and he just had like a starter's pistol and he was like scaring them off. Yeah, I saw it quite a bit, but I didn't see any like in the campground. But I slept. Yeah. I was planning on sleeping in the car anyway. I didn't really have camping gear or anything. So
that is close enough. Yeah. For a bear.
Yeah. And again, only black bear, but still, not grizzly. But
yeah, it'll still fuck you up.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember the bear sighting, but thanks for not telling me. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't sarcastic either. Thank you for not telling me, because that would have just been in my head the entire time.
Yeah.
You just would have left. I'm fucking leaving.
Well, when we went camping last year, as I was going to sleep, like my feet were like right up against the wall of my tent, and I'm listening to music, so I have no idea what's going on around me. And all of a sudden, I feel something brush up against my feet, and it was just like I just like shriveled up inside, just like it was probably like a raccoon or something. But my mind goes to bear right away.
Yeah.
And
not Bigfoot?
I have no idea how I fell asleep that night. I think I just kept my music in too. I don't know why, because
the fear eventually put you to sleep.
It's just like a big taco made out of windbreaker material for that bear to
exactly.
eat.
That's why I always feel like I'd be not only vulnerable in there, but trapped as well. If you had to get out in a panic, it'd be so hard to get out, you know?
Yeah. Well, and by the time he's tossing you around on the ground, you don't even know where the out is.
Yeah,
you're just so disoriented.
Trying to find the zipper.
You just hope that it goes away soon.
And it's in the dark.
Just soil yourself enough so you don't just leave you alone.
Hopefully the smell and taste of your soil.
Smear it all over yourself.
It scares them off.
Just saute yourself in. Unless he likes that, then it's even worse. But
it's like, ooh, pre-marinated. Now, when you said Hillary Duff tent, I thought you meant a literal Hillary Duff tent. Like it had like Hillary Duff print on it.
It had her face on it. Does that count?
Yes.
I didn't know what color it was. It wasn't pink, but it was like...
It was colorful.
Like red or something.
Yeah, it was red and blue and white and yellow.
It was just like an extra one that like my sister had or something, because we needed extra tents.
Yeah.
I think Dick had his own. He had some like old school one. Like one of those big ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't have one or something, so like I found one for you, but we didn't realize how small it was until we got there and set it up.
Oh, whatever. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I just
You're
remembered
dry.
something else from Sauble Beach. The Jinx commercial. Remember that?
I remember Jinx. I remember saying Jinx.
I don't remember that.
What was
We
it
like
from, though?
filmed the commercial. And
I don't-
it
I
was
don't-
on the lost videotape.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I-
Jinx
I-
did.
I don't remember.
Jinx
It was
the
a drink.
drink?
We just held. Yeah, I think we bought like just one pack of these coolers.
I'm still laughing from you just saying Jinx.
Jinx. And
And
then Steve was
That's
like
slowly
holding up
coming,
the.
slowly coming back to me.
Steve was holding up like the cardboard from the fucking case or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't see it. I can't place it in my head.
yeah.
Really?
No.
It just
coming
popped in.
back.
I totally
Slowly
forgot about
coming-
it
yeah,
until
slowly
like just a
coming
few
back
minutes
now.
ago.
I remember saying it like I remember saying Jinx like that,
Mhm.
but I don't remember anything else.
What are you drinking
I forgot
tonight?
about that drink.
Jinx.
Was it? What was it?
The commercial?
No, yeah. What was the product?
It was like a cooler, like a
I was thinking
an alcoholic
I
cooler.
was thinking of
Oh.
sourpuss at first. It was kind of like that.
It was something
wasn't
like
it?
that, yeah, like some kind of fruity.
And we had it, right? Like,
yeah,
we bought it.
because
Yeah.
I think you saw it and you're like, well, we gotta get this.
It's
Yeah,
called
one-
Jinx. Like,
one of those again.
yeah, it was right next to the ginger root.
Well, this is weird,
This will be good for a trip,
but also
Everyone knows
perfect.
ginger root goes great with coolers.
especially Cox.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've thought about that trip, and so like
Yeah.
it's just like wow, just the tantrum tea was I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I cannot believe.
yeah, I'll never forget that when he threw my chair in the fire, though, and I said, "What the fuck, no?" And he just like stormed off somewhere.
There's so many loss that I have to take out of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
I
I've
keep
got-
forgetting.
So no, that's all right. It'll be fun.
No,
I'll put in a
I've
guitar.
done it like 10 times.
I'll put in a guitar squeal in its place.
A hammer.
Okay.
On. Do a Zach Wild hammer on.
So where you're living, a little bit hilly.
Yeah,
Now, do you go camping at all there?
we went camping for the first time last year.
How'd that go?
It was good, yeah. But it was like I forget what it was. It was like some kind of certain season for the elk there, and the
I know that exact season you're talking about.
when we pulled into the campsite, the park ranger warned us. They're like, it's such and such season for the elks, and the males are really aggressive, so
Like
stay away from them.
Rutting season, I think.
Yeah,
That's
something
how
like
I read
that.
something about that.
And I was just like, okay, like awesome,
Yeah.
because elk are fucking huge, and they have gigantic.
They kill more
antlers.
people than like bears and
Yeah,
stuff.
like,
Really?
They're fucking huge. And I didn't hear this, but when I was sleeping, Ami woke up before me in the morning. She heard this elk like smashing its antlers against a tree, and it was making this god awful screaming noise. And then she asked me when I woke up. She's like, "Did you hear that elk screaming?" And I was like, "No." And then she's like, "Oh my god, it was terrifying! Like it was making this god awful, like blood curdling scream
Yeah.
Okay.
while it was ramming its antlers."
Yeah.
Keep
Are you-
going.
are you-
I'm
are
looking
you-
up an elk scream.
I think I have heard some similar to that.
Edit out
I saw
that
some.
scream.
I saw some elk when I was in Jasper. They were just like it was like the female and or like the younger ones. They were just kind of brown.
That is terrifying.
Do it again, elk.
It's like a seagull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is not that intense. It just sounds dumb. That one. I'm sure there's better ones.
It does look dumb. Jesus, those antlers. Wow, they are big, eh?
Yeah. I saw a video before of like all these people were pulled over at the road, and there was a bunch of elk
Yeah.
on like just like sitting in a grassy field. And then this one dude pulled up in the truck, and there was already probably like 6 or 7 cars parked, and all of a sudden this elk just like looked up at the truck
Yeah.
and charged at it and like rammed the side of the guy's truck with his fucking antlers, and then he just like kept whacking his head off the side of this guy's truck, and I was thinking like, holy fuck, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, really.
And I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
it
a lot
was
of
about
power.
that guy's truck, maybe the color of it, or
Yeah, maybe.
maybe he didn't like
Sound, or-
the guy's beard or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The guy had his Oakleys on the back of his head.
Yeah. Fucking douchebag. He's wearing a toque in the summer.
Yeah.
How do the people in Edmonton, how do they feel about what's going on right now
What's going on with what?
with politics?
For the most part, people in Alberta are really conservative,
Yeah.
like right wing.
But are they still holding on?
To the conservatives?
They haven't abandoned ship
No,
like they
'cause
probably should.
NDP got voted in as our government, like the conservatives. That's the first time they've been out in like 40 years or something like
Same
that.
around here. Yeah, the
Yeah.
NDP's really on the rise.
Yeah. So the NDP got voted in, and then everybody fucking everybody just blamed NDP for the economy being shit, but the economy was already on the way out. Like,
Same old story.
yeah, but like I don't know, you know how it goes, and now everybody just bitches about the NDP. But I don't know. I voted for them, but I know I'm telling you all this personal information.
Yeah. I'm trying-
So
I'd
we'll
rather-
put
yeah,
porno
I was trying
sounds
to
in the
tell you
background.
fucking my wife.
We'll put
Yeah.
terrifying elk screams masking over what we're talking about right now,
Mhm.
so people are entertained.
I voted for them, but I don't like how they're like implementing this carbon tax and shit like that. But I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to local politics. Or
Yeah. How do you feel about what's going on in the country below us?
I
What do you-
think it's a very terrifying
What
situation.
yeah, what are your thoughts on the 45th president?
He is the worst. He makes me miss George Bush.
Right?
Yeah, like
Right.
he makes George Bush look not like such a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean,
At
he
least he had a
still
sense
is
of-
a bad
Yeah,
guy.
he
but
still
yeah.
is. But
At least he had a
in-
sense of humor.
Yeah, in comparison,
And somewhat of a brain. He also makes
Yeah.
George Bush look pretty smart.
yeah, and he was stupid.
And
So
ci-
what does
and
that
civil
say?
and composed.
Yeah.
Like it's unreal how ridiculous Trump is.
yeah.
I think the most crazy thing though is how he fired the director for FBI.
Looks kind of bad on his part.
It does because he was investigating the whole Russian interference.
Yeah. I think he was set to testify
Yeah.
today or tomorrow, or whenever he's supposed to. It's pretty soon, I think.
hmm
Monday, maybe. But I also heard that Trump can put a stop to that. Like, this is just amazing what he can do now.
Yeah. It seems like he's just a total dictator and can do whatever he wants.
Oh, but he's finding out like left and right that he can't do anything that he wants, because like he withdrew from the Paris Accord,
Yeah, I heard about that.
but it's still it's the length of time that it's gonna take them to actually fully get out of that is by the time the next election has already been. So it takes like 4 years for them to fully get out of it. So it's not that easy. He thought it was just like, you know how Michael Scott in The Office declares that he's bankrupt by just screaming out that he declares bankruptcy? Like, he just thinks that he can hold his press conference like, okay, we're out.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's just saying like, no, it's not that easy.
Yeah. Well, apparently some of the mayors from like New York or LA and certain states are still staying
Pittsburgh.
involved with it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
they're-
isn't
they're
that
like, I
awesome?
don't fucking think so.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it is. But I don't know. There's a possibility of like a civil war there again.
Yeah.
I think
Or even
it's only a matter of time, because like it's two separate countries in that country.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's too big. It's like two, like the North and South is like two very different ideals.
hmm
And yeah, like I'm in a sense, what this election did was separate people.
hmm
But I look at it more in a positive light, that I think it's united a lot of people that you wouldn't normally see, fighting together.
Yeah.
Like, take the Women's March for instance. Like, Women's March.
hmm
It's called a Women's March. But it wasn't just women that were there.
hmm
Men, women, every color, every sexual orientation.
hmm
Everyone was. So it's. I see it more on a positive note, that what's going on is actually uniting people.
Yeah.
And then you see like people in the Senate, like people in the government, like even Republicans that want them the fuck out of
Yeah.
there. Now Republicans are teaming up with Democrats to like fight this. Like, it's almost a beautiful thing. I was just talking to Kevin about this last night. Like, I always feared. I think we even probably talked about this. Like, is he a genius? Is he doing this just to unite the country? Could he be the smartest man in the world?
Is he solving world peace?
All these countries, like the European countries, I think they know that for the most part that country does not want what's happening. They know that it's a very small amount of people in that country that are calling the shots, which is incredible. When most of the country disagrees with what the government's doing, but the government's still doing it.
Yeah.
You got to get your shit together.
Yeah, that's how revolutions start.
How do the people of Edmonton, or just like Alberta or out west in general, how do they feel about Trump?
I don't really know. Like, I don't talk to too many people because I'm pretty antisocial. But
And you really don't want to talk about that.
yeah, exactly. Like, some people in Alberta are like so right wing that they'll like they just get mad and start smashing their opinions onto you about like how the right is better and lefties are a bunch of fucking tree hugging hippies. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, and another thing that's crazy about Alberta, it's the only place I've been to. Well, I've never spent too much time in the southern states, but
Like you said, it's the only place you've been to.
yes, it's the only place I've been to where I see people fucking hoisting Confederate flags like on their trucks.
Oh, in Alberta.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's big.
Or they'll have Confederate flag like license plates and phone cases, and I'm just thinking, like, I used to work with this kid.
I saw a lot of trucks when I was out there.
Yeah, I used to work with this kid. He had a Confederate flag on the roof of his truck, Confederate flag phone case, Confederate flag fucking lighter, and I wanted to say to this kid so bad, like, do you know what that fucking flag like represents, you asshole? Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, I just don't understand.
Plus, you're what, 5,000 miles away from
Yeah, like
3,000 miles away from where what it represents.
Like, you're not North Carolina. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe just a Dukes of Hazzard fan.
Yeah. But like the people that I'm close with, are pretty much all on the same page that I'm on. Like,
Yeah.
Trump is a fucking moron.
No, I'm just curious because I know that it's a big. Like Alberta is kind of like a miniature South. What people say,
Yeah.
like a lot of country music.
Yeah.
A lot
Oil.
of a lot of oil, tons of oil in the ground.
Stampedes.
Saddles and
That's
domes.
Calgary,
Saddle
not
domes.
Edmonton, but same area.
Same area. It's the same place.
Yeah.
They're like right next to each other. I have no idea how they are geographically.
It's like Windsor and London.
Like some people say that Windsor is like an extension of the states, but I feel Alberta is more of an extension of the states.
We can coexist. Did you want to get into the next song that we're gonna play?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I've never met Gurney before, but his production and recording skills are amazing. Like, when I first heard that Of the Pack song, what's the name of that song again?
What the hell?
Yeah, What the Hell. Like, when I first heard that, I was blown away at how awesome that song is, and I was just thinking, like, holy fuck, like, this is a band from Windsor, and the quality of the recording of that song, like, it just seemed like, some big professional from Hollywood or New York recorded it, and I was like, holy fuck, like, that's amazing.
He does a good job.
Yeah, he's good.
It's too bad too, because like once you were coming into town, I almost started to think about like, maybe we should like re-record a Next in Line song like while he's here. It never happened. Let's try to get together 4 guys and.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. Next in Line songs sound like they were written by a bunch of teenagers.
They were.
Yeah, they were, exactly.
So anyway, we're going to get to our next song now. So this is a request.
Yes.
Or maybe a dedication to you, my good friend, Red.
Thank you.
So Of the Pack with Sad Sunday.
Driving doesn't change, how you supposed to be arranged? How they end up just always the same. Complain without worry, up over no effort, so really who else is to blame? But life doesn't change, how you supposed to be arranged? How they end up just always the same. Complain without worry, up over no effort, so really who else is to blame?
Wait, you guys switched? Now he's blackface?
Like, if I can listen to our own show while I'm at work and I'm laughing at it, that's a good sign. So you better make me laugh. You haven't yet.
What about the drug story?
Okay, that was okay.
It was alright, I guess.
So, you're out on the open ocean. On a cruise ship. And you're a little heartbroken because you've gone there by yourself. No one would go with you. You asked all of us. And we all said that we had some else that we had to get done. So, and you just go by yourself.
Is it my breath?
Who knows? Not the point. But you're on this cruise ship all by yourself. You're on one of those lounge chairs.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call those? The long laying down chairs?
Yeah, I guess so.
Lounge chairs. You're on one of those, tanning for as short of a time as you can.
About 10 minutes.
SPF 185.
Yes.
And then you start to feel a little crack in your heart. Do you know why?
Why?
Because from across the way, across the pool on the other side, you see me sitting at a table. The same guy that said I wasn't able to attend this cruise with you because I had something else.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see me from across the way. What am I doing? I'm gazing off to the left or whatever. You don't know what I'm looking at first. So you start to follow my eyesight. Start to look across the room to see what I might be looking at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm looking at?
What?
I'm looking at Mr. Drew C. Wren of episode 11.
Thanks.
Because he also ditched me and said that he wasn't going to go on this cruise. So I'm seeing this kid.
Monsieur Drew C. Wren?
That's exactly who. And then, as your eyes are kind of like winding back, you see Cale. Also told you that he couldn't attend this cruise with you. You see Cale staring back at me.
I still see the flaw in that. How somebody invites you to go on a cruise with them, and you're like, "No, I can't. I'm busy." But then you're like, "I think I do want to go on that cruise. I'll just bank on not seeing them the whole time."
Maybe it's a different cruise.
Yeah.
So you see this unfolding from across the pool. We're all on the same ship right now. Okay, this ship is big enough for all of us, but we just happen to run into each other at the pool. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like pool.
So you get the same complimentary MP3 player on your pillow that we've all gotten, okay?
It sounds like a good cruise.
Okay, don't jump to conclusions because it's just one of those knockoff MP3. It is free. It comes on your pillow instead of a mint.
Not to mention what happens with the cruise.
You're spoiling this. Okay, so it's only big enough for 5 albums. Okay?
Okay.
So you've got 5 albums on there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you got your 5 albums on there.
It's from 1998.
Well, this was the throwback. We're on a 1998 cruise.
It's the 128 gig
Yeah.
MP3 player.
So the cruise ship that we're all on. Here we go. Are you done? Don't you gotta go?
Are you done?
So the cruise ship that we're all on, it goes down, and now we're shipwrecked in the ocean, and you swim to an island, and you're on this island
With your waterproof MP3 player.
with your waterproof MP3 player, with your ideal 5 albums. Mr. Vienneau, what are those 5 albums?
Those albums would be Dirt by Alice in Chains.
Check.
Ill Communication by the Beastie Boys.
I don't know, Mudvayne? You're looking at me like I'm going to answer this way.
No Mudvayne.
ICP?
No, definitely not. That is a moment of my life I wish to erase.
And erase. I thought you said you were prepared for this.
Yeah, I was, but now I gotta fucking...
Are you blanking? Because
Yeah.
there's a microphone. Just pretend there is no microphone. Look in my eyes. It's just me and you, okay? There's no microphone.
Okay. Wu-Tang Forever, because it's a double disc. So the more the merrier.
You're pulling that loophole.
Yeah.
A loophole. Double
Yeah.
disc loophole.
Steve, I think Steve used that for all of his 5.
Oh, I invented it.
The first Black Sabbath album, the self-titled Black Sabbath.
I thought it was Paranoid. I thought Paranoid was the first album.
No, the first is just self-titled.
What's that look like? Just some run-down house?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that-
like
is
a
that-
rundown house with like a...
Looks like a
creepy
farmhouse in the
looking-
fall or something?
Yeah, and a creepy-looking nun or whatever. Or
Yeah,
whatever she is.
Yeah, I think I... That's the first... I always
Yeah.
thought that the Paranoid was the first one.
I think that's their second. Anyways.
Yeah.
And... Sorry about the dead air.
That's okay. This is all getting cut out.
Was that so far 4?
Yeah, 4.
So we got Wu-Tang Forevs.
Yep.
I don't think that...
We've got Belinda Carlisle, greatest hit. Oh, sorry, no, that's mine.
Beastie Boys, Ill Communication.
No communication.
Alice in Chains, Dirt.
Dirt. Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
And I'm going to go with Pearl Jam, Vitalogy.
Oh, shit. Can I tell you something? Can I admit something to you?
Sure.
Did not think you were going to say Pearl Jam.
Well, they've recently... I've always liked them, but I've never been like a huge fan like you. But I think it was after I saw them in 2011 was when I... Like, it just fucking blew my mind, that concert. And then I like really opened up myself to all of their music. And yeah, and now Pearl Jam is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah. Huh. All right.
But it's always a toss-up for me, Vitalogy or Versus, but I think I do like Vitalogy better.
Right. Well, what...
Because of Nothing Man.
Really?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
Cheers, mate.
You guys do the Nothing Man's. Cheers. My Nothing
I only
Man.
had to see them 4 times to finally get to see that live.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't. They didn't play that when I went to see them.
I saw them at DTE 2 nights in a row, and Cale was there with us for the first night.
Yeah.
Didn't play it. We go back the second night when Cale wasn't there. They play it.
Yeah.
Really?
That was my first time seeing them, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my last time at Palace that they played it.
I'd also like to hear Footsteps live. That is an amazing song.
It's good. It's a good song live.
Mm-hmm.
They play it more like the Temple of the Dog version,
Oh yeah.
like Times of Trouble.
Mm.
They play that more now because like the drums are in it and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. Okay, so that's That's a good MP3 player right there.
Mm-hmm. It's got a good mix.
Yeah. So Cale, once we get to shore, we're all mad at each other, sure. But I mean, I think it's just we're more relieved that everyone's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of bury the hatchet. But just kind of like as a little underside jab, if that's an expression. What are you deleting from this MP3 player?
I don't know. I'm not mean like that.
No, you are.
I might
In this scenario, you are.
Yes, in this instant, you are.
Those
just
would hurt.
because you're very scared of it, now you must answer.
Any of those could hurt me just as well.
Alice in Chains, Dirt.
No.
Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath.
Beastie Boys, Ill Communication.
Beastie Boys, Ill Communication. Pearl Jam, Vitology.
And Wu-Tang Forever.
There you go. What are you deleting?
What are you deleting?
I wasn't expecting that bounce back.
I have no need for cruelty, so you seem to be interested in it. So.
Well, this wasn't my
I think
idea,
this-
though. Was this Drew's idea?
I don't know. I thought it was
That we're
yours.
gonna
I thought it was
delete?
your idea.
Yeah, I think it was yours.
No. This came up
I thought it was a
in
weird
a
idea.
previous episode.
Oh.
I thought
What
it was
would
a
you
weird
delete?
idea.
Yeah.
Wasn't my idea.
No.
Looking into those eyes of yours, I can't. You can't delete anything from his MP3 player. Cale, what do I do? What do you? No, you answer.
I don't know. You made up my list and then you just deleted it. So it's like
I threw on shit that I want to listen to while I'm on the island,
and then
like
deleted stuff that I like.
a Mars Volta album that he doesn't even care about.
And then deleted like one of my favorite
Cale, I'm
ones
gonna
on the
need
list.
that when I'm on the island. Cale, I need your MP3 player. I'm going through a real jam phase right now. I'm gonna get rid of.
Nothing.
Damn.
Is it the red hair?
it's the eyes. It's the soft blue eyes. So how long do you think you would last on an island?
I think I'd do all right.
Yeah. Have you seen Castaway?
Yeah.
You think you could do that? You think you could remove a tooth with a figure skate?
Yeah, he had a lot of packages with him though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
off to a good start.
Yeah,
he
he was.
cheated.
He had like just mystery helpers all the whole
Yeah.
time. You know.
He had a
It's like,
volleyball.
Yeah.
There's mostly-
Wilson.
He never played
Seemed
with
like it was
it.
mostly useless shit, but you know,
Yeah.
none of them was an inflatable raft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
He
imagine?
found some use for that skate though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would never. Dude, I would have sliced my tongue off if I tried that.
Yeah.
That's-
Plus, not to mention how fucking painful that would
I
be.
think that was the hardest part of his whole journey. Was that night
Yeah.
trying to take the tooth out? Everything
Building
else,
up the
like
courage to do it.
everything else, is like less risky in my eyes. You know, like that tooth, like Okay, so it just so happens, Red, that the island that you think that you washed ashore, it's actually a peninsula. It's a pretty big peninsula. And then you find out that it is actually an island. It's a pretty big island.
That makes no sense.
First it's an island, then it's a peninsula, and then it's an island.
Well, you know, science
Yeah, technically,
science always yields itself to being wrong, okay?
Right.
Is it a flat Earth peninsula?
It is a flat earth island.
Okay.
It was
that
Florida.
changes everything.
It's Florida.
No. It's the island of Africa. Where
Oh.
you will be going.
Yes.
Where you wash up on shore. So tell us about that. You just told me today you were going to Africa?
Yeah. Going to Africa in September with my wife and family.
Whereabouts?
We're going to Kenya, and then we're doing a safari that takes us, like, I think we're seeing all the national parks in Kenya, and we're going to Tanzania, and I forget the name of the island off the coast of Africa, but we might be going there too. Yeah, and then we're going to go visit the city of Nairobi too, because that's where my wife's parents are both from.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it should be fucking crazy. Like, I'm scared shitless. Like, it took me so long to finally
Go to Toronto.
agree to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I love traveling, but Africa.
Yeah,
would be-
it's scary.
I'd be anxious about going.
Yeah. Well,
For
fuck.
so many
there's-
reasons. There's
there's
so many
like-
ways I can die over
I
there.
know, like rebel armies with AK-47s, bugs, Ebola,
Yeah. Lions.
Tupac.
Yeah.
And the plague. I mean,
the
come
plague,
on,
yeah.
the plague. I wouldn't go to the bathroom the entire time.
It's 130 degrees in here. I'll sweat it out. Reparations.
Funny guy.
5'10", 5'8", 5'7". So I'm assuming you have to get a certain series of shots before you go.
Oh yeah, I gotta get like malaria and yellow fever and
They're giving you malaria.
no.
That seems kind of
It's like
cruel.
I don't know if we're
Just
gonna
a
take
warm up.
It's just a little bit of malaria to get you used to it.
Just to get a taste.
Just to get to 0.
But I don't know if we're gonna have to get like a malaria shot or take malaria like pills
pills, yeah.
because I had to take pills when I went to the Dominican, and those pills gave me the craziest fucking dreams I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't really want to take them again, but I also don't want to get malaria, so I'm in a bit of a conundrum.
So how long are you going for?
About 2.5 weeks. So I'm gonna get to see lions and shit, and rhinos, giraffes.
Maybe you'll get to see a giraffe fight.
That'd be
Those
awesome.
are the
seen
greatest.
Yeah, you ever
Those
seen
are
a
the
giraffe
greatest.
fight?
Yeah,
They
it's
just
crazy.
They just whip each other with their heads.
Yeah, it looks very violent.
Yeah.
I actually saw footage of 2 elephants fighting, and it was like kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of weight and force.
Yeah, like slamming their fucking
Yeah.
tusks into each
Yeah.
other. Like I was like, Jesus Christ.
So our little Ginge is going to Africa
Yeah,
with 18 bottles of sunscreen.
possibly more.
Yeah. How long?
Just
of
a drum. Drum with a big squirt
It's a
bottle on the
skid.
top.
It's
You just have to
it's
hire
a
a guy.
skid.
Just a guy that follows you
You
around
gotta-
with like a hand cart with his drum.
I'll just take sunscreen baths.
Yeah.
How long of a flight is it?
I'm not sure because it's like multiple flights because we gotta go from Edmonton to Toronto and then Toronto to Frankfurt, Germany, and then from there to Nairobi in Kenya.
Can you do the accent of every place that you have to fly to?
What's the Toronto accent?
That's the same as mine, I guess.
I think we got it.
We have it. I can't really do the African accent. There's probably like 80 different accents in that.
Try one. I'll put tribal drums in the background.
You motherfuckers!
Do you want me to take that up?
No, you can keep it.
Okay. your face looked like I
funny.
should have said that.
That was good.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that is a place that I would love to see, but I think my natural born fear of just stuff it permits me from going there.
Yeah.
But it's daunting because like of all the shots that you have to take.
Yeah.
You just hear like the mosquitoes are the size of like koala bears.
Yeah.
Okay, did you guys both just envision a koala bear
Yeah.
flying? Just hovering like a bee. It's just like flapping its wings and you can't even see the wings going. It's just eating eucalyptus.
Yeah, just eating a leaf, looking at you.
With its doughy eyes.
Just strung out like, whoa.
You know, with like the insect wings too, you know, not like angel wings or something. But
Is Kenya more northern?
Yeah, it's like in the northeast of Africa.
Okay, so near Egypt?
Yeah, it's kind of close to Egypt.
You should go to Egypt.
I would like to, but there's, I don't know, some unrest going over there.
There's unrest everywhere where
Yeah.
you're going.
Yeah, I know. The main thing that worried me was being shot down by some rebel army guy with a fucking AK-47, or taking me hostage and making me sniff brown and turning me into one of their fucking.
I have no idea what he's saying, but I love it.
turning me into one of their soldiers. They'll just like brainwash me.
Cale, do you know what he's saying? It's adorable.
I don't know what brown is.
You had us at brown.
For those of us that don't know, brown is heroin mixed with gunpowder.
Oh,
It makes you susceptible.
I've never used it, so don't look at me like
That's
that.
two
Does it make
different.
you
That's two
susceptible to
different
ISIS?
things, though.
But that's what it's called, though.
And they snort it.
Yeah,
Gunpowder.
gunpowder.
What the hell for?
I think it's just like a.
Snot rockets.
Just to be
I
badass.
think. Yeah, I think
Give it
is-
to me.
that is, I think they do just do it to prove like that they're like
Just a macho thing.
yeah, that they're badass.
Yeah.
They can handle snorting gunpowder.
Would that be their snot gun?
Yeah, it's in case
The
they
sawed-off snot gun.
they run out of
I'll
bullets
stop.
and then they just start
Yeah.
shooting snot rockets.
I'm worried for you, man.
Me too.
Be fine.
Yeah,
Don't-
hopefully.
Don't listen to him.
There's the UN.
There's the UN.
The UN will look after you.
Just find a Canadian flag. Just wear a Canadian flag the whole time.
Yeah. Well, then I'll probably be a target for being mugged or chopped
ransom,
in
for
half with a
kidnapping,
machete or something.
kidnap.
But just wear a
Ransom
shirt that
money,
says, "I
yeah.
just got the debit," eh?
Wear a Tim Hortons shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have
Or the Subway.
immunity there.
Every time you
the
every time
subway.
you see that in like movies or shows, they're always making it like a mad dash towards the embassy, and as soon as
Yeah.
the gates close, like the bad guys just stop. They don't
Yeah.
try and shoot them at all. It's like, well, the gates closed. We can't.
Yeah.
Well, now what are we gonna
Yeah,
do?
this,
American
well,
soil
let's-
now.
do they just turn? Yeah, you just turn around. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. We're like those demons in Demon Night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just can't go through
Go
the
past
doorway.
the blood. I forgot about that. I haven't.
Or what we were talking about yesterday, like when I was helping him move, like he had like the actual laying down part, like the frame of the futon,
Yeah, we took the
and
futon
like he was
apart.
standing up in front of him, so it was like a miniature like
It had, like,
jail
this-
cell almost.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like this cage around me because it was just like it was bent, so it was like that 45 degrees. So I just had like this wall of cage in front of me.
What did you say? You felt safe or you
Yeah.
felt trapped? Which
Both.
one?
It was
both.
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 It was in the elevator because I went in the elevator and then just cornered myself with
Yeah.
it, so I just had my own like safe cage in the
So
elevator.
so then I brought up. You remember 13 Ghosts?
Yeah. Is that the one at the glass house? Kinda?
Yeah.
all the gears.
all
But
the
they
and everything,
had
yeah.
that one
Okay.
glass tablet that had like Sanskrit on it or something,
Mhm.
and like the ghost just couldn't go past that. Like
Yeah.
so they're just like walking down the hallways with this large glass panel, and the ghost is just like, oh, I really want to smash them, but I
Want to
can't. They're holding glass
on
in
the other
front of me.
side.
So like he just like at one point Matthew Lillard or whoever it was, Tony Shalhoub, just like takes that glass thing and corners himself like he did in the elevator yesterday. It's just like that huge, what was it, juggernaut, that huge like fierce looking motherfucker, like just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he couldn't smash his hammer on it, just sparks went flying, couldn't break this glass panel for the life of him.
I totally forgot about that movie until you mentioned it.
Now are you remembering the naked ghost?
Yes.
Everyone remembers the
So
naked ghost.
Steve's remembering.
Great zombie boobs.
Mm.
Best zombie boobs I've ever
Zombie
seen.
boobs.
I've ever seen.
Not into zombie boobs.
You're not into the whole rotting corpse?
No.
Have you seen
No,
those?
I don't have the rotting corpse fetish.
Have you seen those dildos?
Skips a generation.
Have you seen those Walking Dead dildos?
It's a zombie dildo?
Yeah. So it's like zombie flesh, right? It's like blue or gray, whatever it is, and it's like all ripping. So there's like it's the flesh like is decaying and tearing.
Yeah.
There's zombie dildos out there that
That
I'm actually
is
gonna look
weird.
up right now.
Sounds terrible.
While I look this up, you guys tell me what you guys would do or have done to you with a zombie dildo.
Nothing. I'd laugh at it. And
Cale,
then
you answer that a little too fast.
I would laugh at it and then allow it to be. I would have it allow me to laugh at it.
That's about what I would
That's what
do,
I would
too.
do and
I
have
dig.
done to me.
I would look at it.
Oh my
and make
god!
a
Look,
soft
I would-
chuckle.
look at this thing.
I would look it up on the internet. and
Look at that thing.
Make fun of it on a podcast.
Oh my god.
I've never seen those ones before.
It looks like a dead,
That's
dead
gross.
fish that you see at the beach. You see the dead fish and it's like half ribs and
There's like chunks
Look
missing.
at that
out of
one.
the head.
That one's a fierce like.
It's the
squid.
Kraken.
Does that mean it just goes in the crack?
What's it called? Necronomicox?
Look at that. Looks like the ginger root. Doesn't that look like the ginger root?
Yeah, it does. The color matches
look
perfectly.
at the flesh.
Gross. That's weird.
It's all measuring the I'm screenshotting this one. It's
the measurements.
It's measuring the
Yeah.
zombie. The zombie.
But how big
cock.
are the balls? It doesn't show the measurement on the balls.
Oh, look at that one. That's like Freddy Krueger's.
Oh
cock.
yeah.
It's a that's a boiler
That
room.
is a boiler room.
Boiler room cock.
Boiler room boner.
Oh.
Oh, these aren't. None of these. Oh, here's the zoom in on the head.
Oh man.
Looks like Alpha-Getty.
Oh!
Who thinks to make this shit?
I
Like
don't know.
seriously.
Real. I mean,
So they're
This is all in
obviously
the history of your phone now.
yeah, they're watching.
Yeah.
There obviously is a market out there for people that want to fuck zombie dicks.
oh,
if they're
fleshlight.
made.
Fleshlight makes these.
So it's a zombie pussy and a flashlight.
$85 for a zombie cock.
Wow.
There, and that's it working, and that's doing the trick.
That's what it does.
Yeah, that's what it does.
That's the instruction
Okay.
book that comes with it.
So I'll go you one better than the zombie dildo, okay? Because now what they have are, Cale, I don't know if we've talked about this yet, but they have alien dildos where it's almost like a. Like,
Of course
like,
they do.
It looks like it looks like an elephant trunk kind of. Like there's that kind of opening to it. And what it does whilst inside a vagina or an asshole is it lays eggs.
Seriously?
And it looks like this.
Oh my god.
You see all those eggs in there? It's full size, the size of actual eggs that we would buy at a grocery store. They go inside these trunks, and then like while they're inside the person, like the people get off on these eggs being laid inside of them. Cale's face says it.
That's almost like which one's weirder, that or the zombie dildo?
This for sure.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking weird.
That's gonna change how I feel for the rest of the week.
Like, oh my god, look at oh my god. Okay, this takes the cake, okay? When I first saw this,
I'm only gonna look at it quickly.
No. It's not that bad, but still, this is the most batshit thing I've ever seen. Are you ready for this? A foot
Oh my
with a
God.
vagina.
a severed foot that you can fuck the socket of.
There's a vagina at the top of this foot. When I first saw this
That's-
picture,
That is the ultimate stocking stuffer.
Yeah, it is.
Is that where you're going with that?
when I just saw, I saw it in the images on the search, and I just thought it was just like a picture of some like
Severed foot.
fake foot. I knew it was
Yeah.
fake, but like when I was scrolling past the pictures, that's when I saw the vagina at the top of it. Like
Yeah.
That's an extreme- that's
Is it
an
actually like a vagina, or is it just kind of a hole you can fuck?
no, that's a vagina. That's see the labia.
Okay. I knew it was a vagina-like hole that you could fuck, but I didn't know if they were trying to replicate one.
Vagina foot.
See the clit too.
Again.
Yeah, that brings a whole new meaning to fucking a foot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like I don't like if I'm gonna fuck a foot, it's gonna be the arches. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like
That's what
if
you fuck on a
if
foot.
only I could
Yeah.
remove this from your leg,
Yeah.
so I can fuck it.
Install a vagina on the top of your ankle.
Oh, that was a close up. Oh, that one's sweet. Look at this one. This is from like actual Alien.
Oh, yeah.
I'd shove this up inside me.
H.R. Giger dildo.
Jesus.
This one's kind of neat. I'm gonna stop looking at dildos
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's the most I've ever looked at dildo.
Yeah.
Oh, not me.
Just barely, but it just got the record.
Now I'm. I got the vapors. We're actually gonna get to our next song now, our final song of the night, and this is going back to the band that you and I were in. We've already talked about this band tonight, but it's a little dedication from me and you to Mr. Cale Best, sitting right next to you. This is actually going out to him. This is a song that he wanted played on an earlier episode, and I said, no way. But you know what? I've decided to acquiesce. So here it is, Cale, for you. Next in line from the never-released full-length album, Consider Yourself Brainwashed. Here it is. talk anymore?
I pretty much got to go
Okay.
soon. I don't want to get into anything right now.
Well, yeah, we'll just talk something loose. When do you have to go?
Like, I don't know, soon. In 5 minutes.
Okay.
I pee too before we go. So.
Okay.
It's your show, man.
Yeah, but it's your show. You got any Edmonton stories for us?
Can't think of any off the top of my head. I had like a whole bunch, but now that I'm on the spot,
Yeah.
I can't.
So do you remember? The wedding?
My sister's wedding.
Yes.
Yes.
The one that you invited me and my girlfriend at the time, Christina, to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her right now.
That'd be weird.
So do you remember the wedding?
Yeah, I remember telling you or inviting you to crash the wedding after the dinner.
Right. After all, like, the real important stuff was out of
Yeah.
the way. Just so when it's dancing, everyone's at the open bar.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's going to sue us. I'm turning this down. So, yeah, you give me the go-ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Come to my sister's wedding. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just show up a little bit later. Where was it? Chicharo?
Yeah, it's Chicharo Club.
Okay. And I believe that's the only time I've been there.
I think me too.
Actually. You remember when this was?
2008,
2008, 2009?
No, I was already in Edmonton or Alberta. It was 2006.
Nope.
2007. That's when it was.
Okay, so it was when Christina and I first got together.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know if you know this story, Cale, but he's like,
Actually, I think I have heard this.
he's like, yeah, come
think I've
on,
heard this.
come to my sister's wedding. It's okay. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Is it the cops?
Is it the person that was calling you?
Is it a dildo salesman?
Do you want to take this chance to break so I can leave?
I don't know if it's.
So- What are you thinking?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm ready to-
Is it
Somebody's
Joel?
calling
or-
you again.
Is it Joel or?
I don't know. Hello? Hey. Who is this? My mother. Oh, I know who this is. Hold on, okay? All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm coming. All right, so you guys talk right now. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a wedding crasher story, but so do you want to tell the story or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So,
Steve crashed a wedding.
yeah, Steve crashed my sister's wedding upon my request.
Yeah, I think I have heard this story.
Yeah, and then he, I told him it'd be okay, so him and Christina show up, and I guess my sister said something to Steve about, oh, you guys just crash weddings, and
Yeah.
that like made Steve feel all uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
And then
Was she serious or?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't. Even
I can't tell. Sometimes
Yeah.
my sister is hard to read.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then he felt all uncomfortable, and I'm sure Christina did too,
Yeah.
because I didn't really know Christina that well.
Yeah.
At that time, and then yeah, not much happened after that. We just kind of left afterwards.
Yeah.
What's up, bitch?
He saw him in the mirror.
Yeah, I saw you in the mirror.
Wait, how do you? Oh, mirror.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Matt Lavack
It's very timely.
He's rubbing his boobies right now.
from Next in Line fame. We were actually talking about you tonight. Well, we're talking about Next in Line. We played a couple Next in Line songs that we listened to. Remember when we listened to them? Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Years.
Me, not that long ago. I listen to it once in a while.
You want, you want a beer?
Do you want to take my spot? Because I got to go to work.
Yeah, Cale's got to go.
Work. Work, Steve. Take that out.
It's out. It's out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main job, though. It pays the bills.
Do you want to take a spot?
That's cool.
Yeah, I got to work. I got to be there for 11. So. All right.
All right. So are you going now? Okay, Cale, this is unprecedented for Basement Place Radio because this is the first time that the co-host
This is good timing.
has had to leave before the episode has ended.
Right.
So
Went too long.
I don't know what to do here. Do we hug? Do we just say bye to you?
I'll be
Do we
here-
play
I'll
out
be here
with
in a-
music?
I'll be here in 36 hours.
Okay.
No, 40 hours. Monday. I'll be back here on Mondays.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right? Yeah, no, remember on do.
Yes, we do. We're not allowed to say that yet, Cale.
Yeah, I
None. Yeah. What do we do? You just go?
You can make some sort of version out of all this.
I'll
section.
I'll throw some exit music
Yeah, right.
in there. So yeah, you want to take a spot?
You can fill in. You can be the laughing guy.
That laugh exactly.
I can't do it again. All right, well, you're gonna give me a beer. Where they at?
Be in the beer fridge.
Dirty Frank.
Dirty Frank, the beer fridge. Because you're weak.
It's good seeing you, and yeah.
Cale.
Get some.
I wanted to steal one in there. All right, brother.
Cale is leaving the building. Everyone say goodbye, Cale.
Goodbye, Cale.
All right, sit down. Sit down.
It's a never-ending battle.
Don't
trying to
pee
quit
it. Don't
smoking.
pee anywhere but my toilet. All right, grab the mic.
Want me to bust one off like
No,
this?
you got to talk right in the side. Right in the side here. See where the words are on the
like
microphone?
right on the side, like right here.
There you go.
How low can you go?
Pillow talk.
Hey, baby.
So this is a little bit of a surprise, huh?
Yeah.
No, didn't tell you this guy was
Super
coming.
special guest.
Super special. You haven't even had your own episode yet, and you're on here. You shouldn't be doing this right now.
I haven't even barely woken the fuck up yet,
Okay.
but I'm here.
Do you have to work?
No.
Okay, so you're off tonight.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
I do have to go home in a little bit, but I'm good for now.
Okay, that's
I've never
cool.
seen Matt with a mustache.
You still haven't.
He's
Yeah.
right, you know. This is just called me being lazy.
That's like my mustache. It's barely visible.
One day.
You have to get right up there.
Yeah.
You should see it in the sun. It disappears.
Me too. It just becomes part of my lip.
Did we finish the Wedding Crasher story?
I just told Cale how like you showed up and my sister said something about like, oh, you crash weddings or whatever.
Okay, was she serious?
I don't know. My sister's hard to read sometimes.
You still don't know?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because like we got dressed. Like we dressed up, and especially like Christina, like her hair, makeup, dress, like we went all out. And then we get there and yeah, she said that. Like your sister said that, and just like, oh, I felt so stupid. I'm like, should we be here? And then I met your mom, but your mom thought I was Matt. So
Yeah.
technically, she called me Matt. So technically, I still haven't met your mom because she doesn't know who I am.
You met her, but she didn't really meet you.
Right. But still, that's not a full-on mutual meet, so
I think my mom thinks all my friends are Matt.
that doesn't make any sense.
You know what? It's a good thing to go with because there's way too many fucking Matts around.
Yeah.
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 There was a ton of them at my last job. There's a ton of them at this new job. For fuck's sakes.
Yeah. But are you the only MAT?
No, apparently there was another one at Chrysler now where I worked down the line from me.
Oh, really?
You're the only MAT I know.
Yeah, it got so bad they started calling me Sean.
Cause
I'm just gonna call this guy Sean.
Because it's short for Matt.
Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. I guess that's the saying, right?
No, I don't
Or
know.
expression, old man saying.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't meant to be funny. I'm just tired.
All right. Yeah, me too. Us
Me
too.
too, yeah.
I think we're all gonna like have a nice cuddle after this. Just kind of spoon each other on my futon.
Well, I had a surprise visitor at my house this afternoon, too, when I was trying to fall asleep.
Oh, who's that?
Mr. Eric Oman stopped by.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh
I
man.
haven't seen Eric in years.
I haven't seen him in a long time either. I heard a rapping at my chamber door while I was snoozing on the couch. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to answer the door, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like a church person knocking at my door. I'm going to go see who this is.
Does that happen often?
More than you'd like.
Hmm.
But there's fucking Eric Oman standing at my door.
What does Mr. Oman want with Mr. Matt Lavack?
He said he couldn't drive by without stopping in.
Oh, that's nice.
He doesn't live far from me, I guess, so.
Really?
Yeah. He lives on here. No.
Yeah.
That's down by the beer store where I go to get my beers, so.
You're still on the same place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Is that you? Oh, that's you.
'Tis I, says I.
So, now, Matt, you are playing the role of co-host.
This is the co-host pilot seat?
Yeah.
Co-pilot seat?
Yeah, you're the new Cale.
Oh.
There's a lot of pressure on you.
Well, I do have bad eyes, so.
Okay. You got to come up with better stuff, though, because Cale rips them out there.
Cale the closer.
Cale the closer.
I got nothing.
Have you heard the show at all?
I have not.
And see, now you're on it.
See, but
You went from 0 to 100.
I think I had a lack of knowing of how to find it.
YouTube.
Is it just YouTube?
Well, it's iTunes, too. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
have, like, an app thing on your phone, you just look it up there. And
But I don't have an iPhone.
You don't need an iPhone.
Fair enough.
If it's on iTunes, it's on every single podcast app. So, like, if you're on, what do you have, an Android?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have. I just have
Flashy Samsung.
I have a like an app called Podcast Addict.
Okay.
And you just look it up there, and you can find it there.
Yeah, well, I know you can find shit on the Google Play Store, but I don't know. If
Yeah,
I didn't
on,
know if that's where I was supposed to be looking for.
We're
shit,
on
so.
Google Play as well. But yeah, I just use Podcast Addict. But you can also find us on YouTube. But now,
You're gonna make me pay for this?
yeah, and the beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and some of the electricity that we're using tonight. Now that you're a part of this,
All right, I'll throw my $250 down when I leave.
I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it.
Did one of you fucking guys fart?
Yeah. It was me. I smelled it, and I was like, I wonder when they're gonna notice.
Oh, that lingered over. I can see the fucking cartoon fucking stink lines going to my nose.
My face is all red now. Look away, I'm hideous.
Is it ever not red?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That's why they call me Red.
Yeah, it just got over to my side of the table.
it's made its way.
yeah, it just got over here.
I apologize.
Yeah, it just got over here, past the green tablecloth.
I was holding it for a while. I was just like, fuck it.
So I think now
Take a joke.
I think now what I'm gonna do is now this section of questioning is usually just meant for our guests, but now that you're here,
I don't know.
maybe I'll do a two first, since the rest of the questions are now casual. So this question goes out to both of you, but I'm gonna start with you first.
I don't like answering questions.
This is gonna be an easy question. It better be. But for you, I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about this, because you're a fan of both bands.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since 2 episodes ago, we started this questionnaire.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Vienneau, are you Team Beatles or are you Team Stones?
Choose wisely.
That's a tough one for me because I like both bands and they both have elements that I like but I would say I would pick the Stones. That I like the
dagger
Stones more
through
than the
my
Beatles.
heart.
But the one thing I don't like about the Stones is they're not consistent. Like you listen to an album and it'll have like 4 great songs on it and then 4 or 5 filler songs.
But you're still choosing Stones.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I just feel they have with their great songs. I felt they had a better sound. Like I like Keith Richards' guitar playing better.
Yeah.
And I just found like even though Mick Jagger's not as good of a singer, like in terms of like being like technically good, like Paul McCartney or John Lennon were. But I don't know. I feel Mick Jagger had more of a soulful quality to his voice.
Dude, your fart is killing me.
You still smell that?
Yeah. I think it's stuck in my microphone now.
it's lingering.
Oh my!
Stuck in that blanket above your head there.
I think maybe I moved.
We gotta
No,
light
I
it.
didn't. I think I moved and I released another chamber of gas or something.
Sorry.
It's not,
Sorry.
it's not good.
Sorry. Okay, you were saying. Well, this is good. Like you're so far. I mean, there's only been a few guests to answer this question, but you so far are the most valuable because Drew that we had on a couple episodes ago, he's a huge Stones fan, and I was supporting the Beatles, and we were having this back and forth. Turns out at the end of the debate, that neither of us really know about the other band too well. I don't know a whole lot of Stones. He brought over Exile on Main Street, so I'm borrowing it right now. He doesn't know that. He does what?
Barring it.
What did I say?
I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me. Barring.
I've had some beers.
Fair enough.
I've had some bars.
Sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
But and then I sent him home with the White Album. So I don't know how that education's going.
Did you listen to Exile on
Main
Street?
I did. I don't mind it. I like their use of horns.
Yeah.
I'm loving the horns.
See, and that's what I don't like about that album. I don't like all the saxophone use.
You don't like horns?
Nah. The only time I like saxophone is jazz, like if I listen to like John Coltrane.
Yeah, but you like Sublime.
Yeah.
They got horns.
Yeah, that's true. I think it just it depends on the setting. The use of it. Like I don't like saxophone in rock and roll music. I don't know what it is about it. Like even like "Shine On You Crazy Diamonds" by Pink Floyd. As soon as the saxophones come on, I'm like, all right, that's it. And I shut it off.
Come on. You're killing me.
I don't like it, but I love listening to John Coltrane play the saxophone.
The use
weird.
The saxophones in the Soundgarden songs? No?
Nah.
Niente.
Doesn't do it for me. But I do like the way horns sound in like a ska band or whatever.
Okay.
Like,
Are you a No Doubt fan?
Yeah.
Or were?
Not too much. Like I don't speak. I pretty much just know their singles, so I don't know. I find if a band if I only like their singles, I don't have enough of opinion on them to listen or talk about whether or not how good they are. Or, I don't know. But I love Sublime, and No Effects has a lot of songs where there's like a ska vibe to it, and which I really dig. But their guitar player doubles as their trumpet player. Like El Jefe plays the trumpet too.
Yo soy el jefe.
Sí, siempre.
The reason I really like that album is the reason that you don't really care for.
I would have to disagree with Drew as that being their best album.
Okay.
My choice would be Sticky Fingers.
So you're going Stones.
But I also do like the Beatles.
Yes, I know. That's why I was waiting for it. Even though you went the way that I didn't want you to go.
Smells good, all right?
Get back over here because you're next. Do we have the same phone? You.
I got an S6.
Me too. Edge?
No.
Oh, I got the Edge. See, look it.
Well, la-di-da.
Twinsies.
I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like the why?
I like the phone itself, but I don't like that you can't expand the memory, and I have to use another phone for all my music.
You can expand the memory. Can't you put an SD card in there?
No.
Yeah, you can.
You can't.
It's just the iPhone that you can't do that to.
No, the S6 you can't. Believe me, the only spot that's in there is for the SIM card. The guy at the store told me after I bought it. After I actually made.
Oh, I was all planning on expanding it soon too.
The S7 you can. The S6 you can't.
Oh, that's horse crap.
That is shit.
Well, okay, that was good. You're fully educated on the Stones and the Beatles. Okay, so Matthew,
yes, Steven.
I direct it towards you now. Beatles or the Stones?
Just so you know, I'm not the greatest guy to make a comment about this.
That's not the answer.
I'm impartial on both bands, really. I like songs from both of them, but they're not in my tops. Yeah, I know I like music, and I listen to music, and I know they're great. I just don't listen to them enough to know too much.
Okay.
I would say I probably know a good handful of Beatles songs that are good and everyone knows, and a good handful of Stone songs that are good and everybody knows. And for me, I just have to say I might go Stones just because it's a little more rocky and dirty kind of sound. Compared to the Beatles is more of a clean,
Yeah, that's
clean
what I
cut
like about
kinda-
the Stones too. I feel they're more raw.
I feel I don't even know you two.
But don't get me wrong, I still like the Beatles and I still
Yeah,
like the
me
Stones.
too.
It's just not something that I play a lot and listen to a lot.
But they are two different bands.
They are. And but like what I was saying in a past episode is that I think because they were the top two bands of the time, it's just like whether or not it was the media or just like how it happened. Without their doing, they just in the press or whatever, they were just pitted against each other. And then now it's just like the age-old question of, who do you love?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I think for me, it all comes down to songwriting. And I believe the Beatles to be stronger songwriters.
Yeah.
I could probably concur with that.
You listen to Obla Di Obla Da once, you know the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there. But, like, I was listening to Exile, and there wasn't a lot of memorable stuff, at first listen at least.
Mm-hmm.
There are songs that they have on other albums that are just, like Give Me Shelter is probably my favorite Stone song.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to educate myself on them because I can't really have an educated opinion on who's better unless I know both. Because I still don't even know all of the Beatles. There was no music before them.
What about Mozart?
No, he came after the Beatles. Pretty sure.
Well, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that shit later. See who's right.
Okay. So, Red, do you have any questions for me and Cale?
No.
Are you sure?
How about no,
Matt?
Steve?
Matt, do you have any questions for me and Cale?
Why did you change your rule about smoking in the basement?
Because it's cleaner down here now.
Fair enough. I knew that was going to be the answer. I just remember last time I was here, you told me it was cool to light up a cigarette.
It was, but yes, it was. Is actually. This is a good question. Is when we started doing the podcast. It was actually when Jim was on, and they're both smokers. Mm-hmm. And like by the end of the night, like for the first time since living here and having people smoke down here, because people would smoke down here all the time. Like I started to gag.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's too much. That. And then I'd work the next morning, and I'd get home from work, and like my house for the next 2 days, like even like because everything travels up to the air vents.
Yeah.
Like in my bedroom, still smelled like cigarette smoke. I'm like, what am I doing this for? Like I don't even reap any benefits. Like these weren't even cigarettes that I smoked. Like and it's like.
I don't like smoking indoors. Like I don't even smoke in my car anymore. I stopped smoking in my car like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's too harsh.
Maybe it's just because I'm a smoker and I tell myself, oh, I just smoke in my basement. That's it. It's not going to make my house smell. I don't notice it upstairs. Teely never tells me if she does or not.
You both got the nose blindness.
Exactly, so
maybe it goes up through the vents. But like,
I'm sure it does. I just don't notice it. I notice it while I'm downstairs in the basement, but I don't notice it while I'm upstairs sitting there watching TV or doing whatever I'm doing upstairs.
Yeah. I can see more like in the winter time, you know, when it's just
that was kind of my thing, and I haven't changed my plan yet in going back outside to smoke outside again.
You're still smoking inside?
Just in my basement.
Even in the beautiful weather?
Well, I do have my moments that after work in the morning, I'll sit outside on my porch having a beer and a cigarette.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah,
I just had a cigarette.
Yeah. That's fine.
But yeah, I still tend to sit down in my basement and smoke cigarettes.
You know what we're gonna do right now? This is unplanned, but we're gonna go to another song, yet another one.
Is it another Next in Line song?
It is. Since there's 3 members from Next in Line in my basement, in Basement Place right now. Should we call Jim over?
Yeah, let's do a reunion. Who's gonna play drums though?
Call up Joel.
I remember in my mid-20s, I would see Joel at the gym, Central Fitness, like after he was all like juiced up, and he would like never say hi to me, and it's not like I would say hi either, but he would just give me like dirtiest looks like all the time. Like he'd just like look over at me across the gym and like,
you ruined my bed.
Yeah, give me a dirty look, and I'm just thinking like, I don't know why this guy doesn't like me. I never did anything to him. Maybe it's the red hair.
Yeah. So
goddamn gingers.
So we're gonna go to another song, and because our special unexpected guest is now here, Mr. Matt Lavack.
I just want you to hold this thought for one moment so I can go upstairs and relieve myself.
What do you mean?
In a urination formation.
Well, we're going to go to a song, so we're going to stop now. We're going to play a song, so you can after this.
I know, but I wanted to hear the song too.
We're not going to actually... You're making me reveal secrets that I'm going to have to edit now. We don't actually play the song. I mean, I can play it.
Oh, it's not a secret. It makes sense.
Yeah. I add in the songs later.
Oh, okay.
But if you really want to hear it, like I have the stuff on there.
Oh, no, it's all whatever works, but I'm going to go take a whiz-niz.
Not yet, because this is in your honor. Because this is a song written by you.
I wrote a song. I did. I know.
I did?
This is actually also from our never released full length album. Consider yourself
Brainwash?
This is actually from our never before released full length album. Consider yourself brainwashed. This is a song written by Mr. Matt Lavack. I think we all kind of had our hand in this song, but the core of the song was you. You know what I'm talking about?
It was this guy.
Little
like the
song.
The chorus and the verses and shit was basically my realm in that.
So you know what I'm talking about then.
From a great guitar player and one of my oldest friends.
Who, me?
Cheers, mate.
Who, me?
Cheers.
Hey,
Mr.
cheers,
Lavack.
cheers,
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 all around, yeah.
All right, so this is Resentment by Next in Line, coming to you by 3/5 of Next in Line here on Basement Place Radio. You got a last word?
I'm not a drummer too, so I don't have like perfect fucking timing.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm listening to the riff, I can like keep the timing, but I just can't record it separately.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
I feel better.
Yeah.
A little bit.
The gas station by my house in Edmonton. I was in there buying a pack of smokes one day, and I was fucking baked with like just smoked a joint. So I'm already like being awkward buying my pack of cigarettes, and then this German lady barrels through the front door of the shop, and she yells, "Hello! Who is driving the Corolla? You are blocking the pumps!" And I look over at her, and I'm all like confused, like what the fuck just happened, like, and I'm all baked too, right? So I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I just saw that.
Did she have chocolate all over her face?
No, I wish she would have. But I remember thinking that was wild. I was like, wow, that is one angry German woman.
Yeah. So what happened?
Just some dude that was like standing in the shop was like, oh, it's mine, I'll move it for you.
So you're gonna be like, lady, that's not a Corolla. I drive a Subaru.
That was so random.
German ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, Subaru.
That's not German.
I know. But I said Subaru, and it made me want to say, oh, Subaru.
Oh. Dude, is that a fucking centipede on my wall? Dude, kill that shit.
No, man. Those things are good. They'll kill everything else.
No, fuck it. No, I'm killing it.
I fucking hate centipedes.
Killing it.
They creep me out. They
Yeah,
remind
you
me
go do
of
it. I like them.
my room in the basement in Roseville. I had fucking centipedes
yeah.
all over that room.
I find them in my basement sometimes. I'll turn the light on, one will go
Yeah.
running up the wall or somewhere.
And they're so fast too. They're just like they scurry away. It's like, ugh!
But they like eat other shit you don't want in your house.
Yeah, but they give me the creeps.
They like eat spiders and shit, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do. And then spiders eat
eat
other
shit, too.
bugs. So it's like
You gotta have a happy medium
It's a
between
catch-22. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have one without the other.
them. You gotta have a happy medium. Only a couple of each
Yeah.
to kill everything else.
Too bad you couldn't like train a centipede. And, like just keep it in some cage, and then if you have like an overpopulation of spiders in your room, you just you tell it, you be like, all right, go get all the spiders, and
To train those motherfuckers.
yeah.
Guys. I gotta know something right now.
No, you don't.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start.
Yes, my pubic hair is red.
Is it? It's not blonde.
It's not clear.
It's not clear. It's not like a polar bear's
It's not
hair?
like your eyebrows.
Like a fire engine red. Like where?
like orange.
Point to the hair on your because
right
you're
here. Like the lighter.
okay. Yeah, because
Light red.
The hair on your head kind of goes through shades.
I
Like
know.
it's like fiery up here, and then it gets blonder like down
Yeah,
here.
it's more
So
the blonder.
It's more up top. It's code red. It's
It's more the blonder strawberry red, I guess. It would
okay.
be.
All right. You got a bush, or is it? What do you got? Like a landing strip, or?
That's an arrow.
The guys
Is
have
that really?
landing strips.
What do you got? What kind of? Let's talk about shapes.
He's got the Hitler sitting on top.
Just your regular
Standard.
your standard bush.
He doesn't have the Hitler stripe down the center on top.
But no. What I would like to know, and I'm actually gonna turn it around to you, Matt, first. What? What's in your pocket?
In your pocket.
What? What's in your pocket?
In
What?
your
What's in your pockets?
pockets.
What? What's in your pocket?
In your pockets.
What? What's in your pocket?
Right now?
Yeah, what's
What
in
is
your-
in my pockets?
What's in your pockets?
Nothing but a fucking lighter.
Well, let's see them. Let's go through the pockets.
Do I have to like empty my pockets so you can see they're empty?
Yeah.
Is this like a strip search almost?
No, this is what we do on this show. If Cale was
I
here,
don't
he
get
would
it.
he would say yes. This is what we do.
Do you want to see my wiener?
Is it in your pocket?
I could put it in there if you want.
Then I want to see it. Back pockets.
I can't unfold those.
You're actually, I think, the only one who stood up for this. So,
Blue lighter.
okay, I think that's mine. But carry on.
Nah,
Back pockets.
You just want to look at my ass.
Yeah.
Nothing in there, bro.
Okay. Bend over a little bit. Lick your lips.
Spread your cheeks and lift your sack.
He's doing that way too good.
He'd be stripping in the evenings.
Okay, so
Yeah, y'all don't know about my alter ego stripper name.
okay, what is it?
I don't know. I thought maybe you'd give me one.
Nelson?
Nelson Thornberry.
That's what your middle name is. I was trying to think.
Nelson Thornberry. Take it easy over there, Conrad.
Yeah. Conrad.
Hey, my comrade. Conrad, my comrade.
So Connie, what's in
or Conrad, whatever you want.
Connie, Conrad. Yeah.
Oh, I should have put this joint in my pocket and said this was in there too.
What? What's in your pocket?
In your pocket.
What? What's in your pocket?
In
What?
your
What's in your pockets?
pockets.
What? What's in your pocket?
In your pockets.
What? What's in your pocket?
I got lighter,
Green.
green lighter.
I think that's mine.
No, it's mine. I brought it all the way from Edmonton, Alberta.
Sorry,
That's an
microphone.
Albertan
Alberton?
lighter?
Yeah. Albernian. I have my cell phone and
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I know what that is.
Uh-oh.
I got
knew it.
Skittles.
Skittles! It's Skittles!
That's the rainbow.
This has been in your pocket this whole time?
Oh, they're probably all melty.
Probably warm.
They are, but I haven't heard like a crinkle of a bag at all. Like, you're quite stealth in this.
You don't know about him. He's the red
Well, they haven't
ninja.
been in there the whole time.
Not
right?
since episode 6. Fancy Refrigeration has someone brought Skittles to the show. And now I'm going to open these up.
And we're all gonna have a chew.
No,
Let's all
just
have a
me.
nice-
You should-
Y'all can chew on that shit.
Am I crazy or is that a lot of gum?
That's a lot of gum.
Big league chew?
No, I'm just gonna eat these in front of you guys.
perfectly sane food to eat.
I don't even want any. Keep them to
Okay,
yourself.
can we talk about that scene for a minute in the movie theater when that decrepit old hot dog is just
Yeah.
rotating on it, and the guy like judges
Yeah.
what's his face, Lloyd, for ordering it?
Yeah, you have to
what
be
the
crazy to
what
eat
the
that,
fuck
yeah.
are you still having it on the rotisserie?
I
then?
know, yeah.
Throw it out. And even the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh, it's been here since the silent era."
Yeah.
Then throw
Get
it the
rid of
fuck
it,
out, like
you lazy
like,
fuck.
What are you judging him for? Like, this is your job.
Yeah, you're the asshole who didn't throw it away.
He sees it on the rotisserie. He figures it's legit. He wants that fucking hot dog. All right, I'm gonna eat these. Oh, look at that! No greens poured out.
How can you tell with the lights?
Luck of the draw.
Cause I live down here, Matt, and I know.
You know the color difference?
Yeah,
With
I'm
the
used
light
to. I'm
color
used to these.
difference?
It's weird when I go upstairs now. I'm like, whoa.
Would you like some Skittles?
Hey man, what are you doing with the burnt out bulb up there?
Hey, can we not talk about the burnt out bulbs? Because there's a whole string of them that way.
Oh, well, you didn't have to point those out. I just noticed the one over here.
I'm digging the vibe. This is only my second visit to Basement Place.
Basement place.
And I dig the vibe down here.
It's cozy, right?
It's yeah, it's
It's-
calming.
Yes, it's good for jamming.
Don't
in,
feel so
too.
bad, Red.
It's good. It's good for jamming. In.
I live here and I barely come here.
It's true. He lives here.
You still live
I don't live here.
that
I live
same
in
house
Windsor.
off in the Smucket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? You got her. Well, just
Well,
tell
I
everybody
remember-
where I
Well, no,
live.
don't worry. We blank out all.
Ah.
We blank out all. all street names and shit. What's your address?
Suck it.
What's your?
I'll tell you off air.
What's your send number?
That is 372-222-5599-321.
That's way too many numbers.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
point.
9 numbers, Matt.
That
Well-
was the point.
Are you gonna light that up?
I could.
Okay, we should do that.
Since you're like right there, you could grab me one more beer.
Yeah, come.
Skittles are delicious.
You need a beer?
Yes.
Except for
please.
the fucking green ones. Except for the fucking green
You
ones.
know what? You're not gonna like me for this,
Kevin!
but
At least it wasn't the white bag.
I dig green apple.
Oh, I'm
but
calling-
Ami is with you. Ami supports your cause 100% about the lime.
Kevin, can you hear me? We have a green apple fan over here. Kevin, green apple fan.
I just got 2 green apples.
Who the fuck is Kevin?
My neighbor next door.
Oh.
He's with me.
Oh.
He's anti-green apple. They don't belong in the original bag. It's not an
It's
original
true.
anymore.
I agree.
What if it's
But we're not going to get into this because I've gotten into
Yeah.
this enough on this show.
You've beat it to death.
So
like his wiener.
you light that up. You want a beer? You want a beer?
Yeah, please.
You want a beer?
Yes, please. Yes, please. I have manners. I can say please and thank you.
Oh, Skittles are so good.
And that fucking faceless
Thanks.
mannequin's creepy.
What about that one?
I don't want to look behind me. I already see.
you a guitar cable.
Well,
See, that one's all right.
It's saying here, man.
It's, I
Fucking
think putting the hat
I
on
can
it
grab this
changes
down
it.
for you.
play this shit.
I definitely like the mini poo though.
Mini poo. Where?
Right above.
It's not that mini for the
Oh, I
size
didn't
of the
even see
toilet
that.
lid though.
Hmm?
It's not that little in comparison to the size of the toilet lid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you had one in that same
it's-
ratio come out of you, you'd probably gonna die.
Yeah.
You ever
need
see
to go
that
to the
South Park
hospital
where
for sure.
Randy shits that shit out? There's like a big pile that just like raises him off the toilet.
Old Randy Marsh. He's got to be one of the best characters on that show.
He is. Well,
His elephantitis of the balls.
mm-hmm.
That was fucking great. Jumping on it like a bouncy ball.
Well, thank you, Red.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for coming all the way to Windsor just to do our show. That is dedication.
How long have you been here?
Since Thursday.
And when are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was like hanging out with my mom for the first couple days.
Well, she's your mommy.
Yeah.
She missed you.
Oh. Well, I usually ask this to guests because it makes more sense, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Will you be back?
Yes, I will be back.
Okay. You're going to do the show again?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just don't be back in black. That shit's overrated.
Yeah, AC/DC is overrated. That is one band I do not like at all. They can fucking retire that music.
I think a lot of people, when they first start saying, hey, I like rock music, it's kind of catchy, so they're like, yeah, it's cool.
Mhm.
But once they realize what rock music is, they're like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Well, like AC/DC is,
This?
to me, AC/DC is the Nickelback
Oh,
of,
the
the
Skittles.
70s, where they have their song formula, and they never stray from that. Every song is like pretty much the fucking same.
Like how, like Stone Gossard said about, I mean, he wasn't ragging on him, but like he just saying how Pearl Jam's not like that. He's saying like how AC/DC will give you the meat and the potatoes in every song.
Yeah.
You know, but we like kind of like diversity.
Mhm.
But I like that expression, like the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
And that's all AC/DC.
Yeah, just like the bare minimum, I guess.
They're there to fucking rock. And if you don't like it, just don't go to their shows.
And wear
And I
Catholic
don't go to their
schoolboy
shows.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. I remember one time I was over at Jeff's house in Edmonton, and
shit.
we're just listening to some music, and then one of his friends was over, and I don't remember what we were listening to at the time, but it was better than AC/DC. And all of a sudden, this guy's like,
I got an AC/DC CD in my truck. You want me to go bring that out?
and Jeff's like, fuck yeah! And I was like,
Oh, God.
No!
I didn't say that out loud. It was in my head. And then I had to make him an excuse to leave. I'm like,
Dirty Australian rockers.
I gotta go beat my dick.
Against your forehead.
Join us next week when our guest is drummer of the rock band Help, Eric Oman. Season finale. But until then, light that up, and let's talk about the infamous time that the cops put me and this guy in handcuffs.
Oh.
So light that up.
We've had some run-ins with them.
And now we're going to talk about this. So, let's start from the start, right?
Right?
So there's a big group of us, right?
Oh, this is going back to, like, the Teamsters place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Cale just moved into my old building. Here,
What?
you know that building that I lived in? On the corner.
When?
Like,
Oh,
2010,
okay, yeah.
2010, 2011.
All right.
And
We
so,
never went there.
I helped Cale move there yesterday. And we're,
Oh, he just moved there. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
now I'm getting...
we're standing on Duck. Great view. It overlooks the park. And just pointing out the spots that we have memories. I remember the bleachers that are there. And the baseball diamond. Oh, really? On 9/11. It was live. It's when I first like 10 years old. I grew up at Cape Cod.
Go turn your fucking TV on. It's basically you're just very adamant about any channel, doesn't matter.
was only there. I was there a full week. My first day.
I'd just like to point out that I didn't
Oh no! I was just pointing out spots in the park, like while we were out there. Like, okay, we smoked a joint there on September 11th midnight, where I just became more aware of how fucked up it is. And then we saw the spot behind the TV. Yeah, right there. That's where I got handcuffed. That's this guy right here. Passing joints around. And I pull it out. I'm like, oh, should I light this up? And I decided,
You know what? I think I felt proud of myself. Nice guy.
we're already sufficiently stoned. Like, this one can wait. Let's conserve.
And I remember that one cop being persistent with me saying, "No, I fucking saw you eat something. I know you ate something. Fucking just admit it. Tell me when you ate something."
But anyway, hold on. You're skipping ahead. He's wearing my head. Remember how much this guy used to sweat in the Trench my coat when it was getting cold. I get put in handcuffs because they found a spatch of weed on me.
Yeah, but he didn't have to be such a prick. And I know they were just kind of having fun with us, looking back at it. But
we must have looked just obliterated.
Oh yeah,
obliterated.
Well, we literally just put the joints out as the cops pulled into the Teamsters parking lot. Like, we just put them out, and I pulled out a cigarette.
Everyone's eyes were like, "Damn, buddy, your eyes are ketchup."
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah.
So we realize that it's just a lesson, right? And we're too fucking young, and we only have a joint. There's no way we're getting arrested.
Yeah.
This I didn't know while it was happening, but so I get let out of the handcuffs. They take what pot that we have, and they're like, "All right, get the fuck out of here." So we're walking across the field to your house, and that's when I realized that they still have my wallet. No, maybe I realized it at your house when we were already there. I'm just like, "Oh,
yeah,
fuck! They're gonna. My parents are gonna find out. And, we're gonna drive home." I remember just looking back as we were walking across the field, and they were all kind of standing in a circle. I'm like, are they fucking smoking our pot?
Yeah, I remember thinking that too. They're probably fucking chuckling about how much they scared us or whatever.
Oh, they were having a ball with us.
Oh yeah.
But it was because of you and Jim why the cops even came, because you guys started climbing on the roof, and a jogger or something saw it and called the cops.
Yeah, I remember that.
He ran right to the cop shop and told them what was going on.
That cop shop ain't even there anymore.
No? Good.
It's the cop shop.
Actually, it's a collision reporting place now. It doesn't say
really?
Windsor Police on it no more. I nukes had to go.
Oh, the one
write
on
my
Jefferson. The one on
collision
Jefferson.
statement out when I crashed my last truck.
So
Anyways.
he gives me back my coat at some point, and it's just soaked. So it doesn't even help. It's not even.
It's just making you colder. From my cold sweat stains that I put in it.
We were talking about this earlier, but I just remember like my walk home from his house, just like fearing the worst when I get home.
And
Just like every single step on the way home was just more fearful from the last.
all right, this foot has to go in front of that foot still. I can't walk any slower than I am now.
I get home, my parents are on the couch. My brother's sitting out there too, but you can tell he's got a look of like, here comes the entertainment, because he's already been through this like a couple years before.
So he's like, aw, yeah.
On the kitchen table was my wallet and a gutted pack of zigzags.
Like they pulled all the papers out.
Yeah. Who knows if they did it or
Your parents.
yeah, probably cops. But yeah, like an empty pack of zigzags in my wallet. And
not even enough to show, like, hey, there's actually papers in this. You're like, oh, here's just something we found in his pocket, some garbage, just
Yeah.
so you can have that. Actually, you want more?
no.
You want more? All right.
So I get inside, and my dad's just got this super disappointed look on his face, just shaking his head. I'm still in great fear at this moment, until he opens his mouth and says the first thing that just like cut all the tension. He didn't intend it for this, but like I took it as a joke. Shaking his head at me. Why do you do it? And as soon as he said that, I start laughing, and I just couldn't take the rest of that talk seriously. So,
Why do you do it, Steve?
well, and then the rest is history. And then we sometimes have our debates. Like it's usually every Christmas.
Yeah. Wow.
Hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me.
Okay, Mr. Burns. What's your first name?
I don't know.
fucking swear. Are you actually recording this shit? Alright. Bon Jovi. Fuck Bon Jovi. Ah, fuck you. Alright, one sec. Shit. Stand up and shout! Oh, fucking swear. Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line! Fuck wrong. Fuck that shit. Twisted. It's not 80s though, man.
I think I have heard some similar to that. I saw some.